The new normal uniform has a lot of us searching our closets and drawers for men's essentials, like soft knit polos, tees, joggers, and active shorts. Whatever men's basics you need, Mack Weldon has you covered with unmatched comfort and fit. Personally, we put in our order from Mack Weldon. I'm excited to get it because my friends who have got it say nothing but the best about it. Its comfort, versatility, style is good, and the shopping ease and selection is amazing. Mack Weldon promises comfort and a consistent fit with essentials like socks, shirts, hoodies, underwear, polos, or active shorts. From working out, going to work, or on a date, Mack Weldon is for everyday life. Their wide range of customized fabrics can keep up with you no matter what your day looks like. You can also join Weldon Blue, Mack Weldon's free loyalty program. Level 1 gets you free shipping for life, and once you reach level 2 by spending $200, you get 20% off every order for the next year. And if you don't like your first pair of underwear, you can keep and they'll still refund you, no questions asked. For 20% off your first order, visit MackWeldon.com/peasants and enter promo code PEASANTS. PEASANTS. That's MackWeldon.com/peasants. Promo code peasants for 20% off. Mack Weldon, reinventing men's basics.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man. You got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true.
Sometimes I cry.
Oh! Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast. This is episode 802. Welcome to your election fraud headquarters. All election fraud all day. Not only do we know all about the election fraud, but we ourselves orchestrated tons of election fraud leading up until tonight.
Yeah.
All hail God Emperor Biden. We have installed you as our leader and religious idol for all eternity to worship.
Yes.
Mike Pompeo's not going to do it.
Yeah. I helped with one of the election frauds. These dudes did the rest.
I every time I would vote in Atlanta, down in Fulton County, I would always just go in and just change masks.
Who the fuck is doing a backwards Hadouken over there? I heard it backwards Hadouken.
I look, first off, I don't know who you're talking about, Ben, and the fact that I'm so defensive clearly means it was Monty.
It was you doing a backwards Hadouken. How long have you known how to do one of those, by the way?
No,
what year did you learn how to do that?
I don't even know how to. I don't even know how to do it now.
1992.
Whatever then. Whatever.
I've been doing a backwards Hadouken since 1992.
Everyone, please like the stream. It's going to be wonderful as usual, but even more wonderful than usual.
It's going to be so good that
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Trish Paytas would enjoy this more than a bucket of chicken in her car. That's how good this is going to be.
Wait, where did the bucket come from?
Probably KFC. She's not picky, man. But she also gets a multitude of other foods. She got a Korean cheese corn
Billy
dog
name
the
drop,
other day.
take a shot.
Is it a name drop?
Yes.
Here we go.
What? I just watched Trisha Paytas. I think she's
Billy
a
name
wonderful
drop
entertainer.
2, take a second shot.
I think she's a
I don't
wonderful
have
entertainer.
I don't have that much whiskey. One glass. That's all.
All right. So I'm gonna light up a big signature doobie, and then we're gonna go into everything. I want to remind everyone: like the stream, subscribe, send in your Brave browser bats. That's always helpful. Support our sponsors. All of that's great. And we've got a goal that we need to meet by the end of the week, so we can do an extra show for everybody. Wow. I've got so much stuff I've been saving up over the last weekend because post-election shit just keeps coming in. And
this shit is nuts.
Yes. So I want to get your first impression of both of you guys because we haven't talked to you since the announcement that Biden won. What's your take on it?
Wait, I haven't had Wi-Fi this whole time. You mean he ended up winning? Oh shit!
Fuck you, Hannibal. Fuck you, Hannibal.
We don't know if he's won yet.
We're pretty sure he's won.
I saw a clip of Mike Pompeo when they asked him if he would have a smooth transition into the Biden presidency.
Not yet.
Did you see what he said?
I didn't see that. No.
He
What did
says,
he say?
we will have a smooth transition into a second Trump presidency.
I'll tell you what. I don't remember this happening in my lifetime. When the news projects a winner, and even the experts are like, "Yeah, there's no way for Trump to win." For it to go on this long, I mean, the only other time I can think of is Gore, and it was literally questionable who won. It had to come down to a judge. Like they didn't. Yeah. So
This shit.
Yeah.
My actual take on it is the entire everybody around Trump sounds like G-Man right now. We're gonna sue.
That's perfect. That's a perfect way of putting it.
Everybody around him sounds like G-Man. Yeah.
We're gonna sue.
So, like, you lost, dude. Just suck it up. You look like those liberal snowflakes that were melting in the street 4 years ago.
Before Trump was president, if anybody came out against one of his businesses, he would sue them through the roof.
Like just saying anything bad about it?
Yeah.
Oh.
And he had to actually, when he got elected, he had to take a loss on the Trump college thing, because normally he would have just kept that in litigation forever. But he couldn't do it as president.
Trump University.
Yeah,
when
Trump
he got,
University.
When he got sued by the graduates of Trump University.
And he let that one go because he was going into the presidency. Your boy is back. He's on his way out. He's going to be suit crazy. Giuliani's going to be able to buy a new suit with all the suits that he's getting paid to do.
Yeah, and we're going to get into some of that because there's some interesting stuff about Giuliani. Here we go.
He called me sir. It got me so human angry.
People are discriminating against wolves.
Wow. They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
And you better well learn to love it.
So this is something Billy sent me earlier that I think is funny also. I see what the title says, but the
I don't
video,
even think it matters.
Yeah, it doesn't give context. I don't know exactly what happened here, but someone fucked up and swore on a hot mic.
Something happened
on the news.
I think after we watch this clip, all four of us should fill in the blank of what actually happened.
I don't know. All right, here we go.
This is going to be fun. Play this game.
Has some new reporting on something that we talked about at the top of the hour, how the Trump administration is handling the transition with the incoming Biden team, or not handling it, we should say, to a certain extent. This time, it involves our intelligence community. Ken, what have you learned, sir?
Oh, shit. Fuck.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So can I give mine first?
Yes.
I think he didn't realize he was on because in this world of Skype and Zoom and the news, they're still getting used to this. I think maybe he realized his notes were not printed right or something like that and didn't realize he was live on the news and was like, oh, shit, fuck. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what I think.
Can I see it again? I'm trying to get context.
One more time?
Look,
all right.
Look, you do real quick. Here's what I think. I agree with Ben, but I think it's more that in this age of Skype and Zoom, they're all not only are they not used to it, but they're in their environment where they talk to their friends. So
they're at home.
It mixes up when you get that comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like the reporters that got caught doing the news with no pants on because they were home. They didn't realize the camera could see them in their boxer shorts. So here's
Ken Delaney has some new reporting on something that we talked about at the top of the hour, how the Trump administration is handling the transition with the incoming Biden team, or not handling it, we should say, to a certain extent. This time, it involves
He has no idea. He has I mean, like, I'm looking at his face. He is not hearing this guy. He has no idea this guy's there, in my opinion.
Community. Ken, what have you learned, sir?
Oh, shit.
I think he was waiting on his COVID test to come back, and his STD test came back first. He was like, "Oh shit!" Fuck.
definitely like
got the
yeah,
drip.
that's definitely like I thought I like she's decided to keep the baby energy. That's what that was.
like the gender reveal was you're not the father.
Maury, yeah.
Like he fucked his best friend's girl, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm keeping it." He was like, "Shit, fuck, damn. How am I gonna tell Monty this now? God damn it."
What was the question again? It's fucking great. That's how it's going. Fucking great.
Slamia just sent a Streamlabs in asking if we saw the clip of the guy who was
he's a postal worker.
He's talking about the GOP and a postal worker for voter fraud, saying the postal worker lied and that guy's getting blown off camera. Come on. What's it mean he's getting blown off camera?
Yeah, I mean, that can be taken a few different ways. Like, he's on camera and someone shoots him, or he's on camera and someone just off camera is you know, giving...
Yeah, you're like, oh, shit. Fuck.
Yeah, don't be gay, Mike. Don't be gay, Mike. That's a callback to something y'all never heard. There you go.
That's a
Figure it out.
callback.
I'm so excited.
Jokes.
I'm so excited because, first of all, our news segment is very short today because I thought everyone needed a break from it for a little while, so there's not that much news. Tonight, you guys are in for a treat because we're going to introduce Trumpster Bob to Hannibal and Monty, and I've got some select Trumpster Bob videos because I know they're not aware. Like, yes, we have another new character in our twisted world of ridiculous people on the internet. His name's Trumpster Bob.
Okay, all right. This should be fun then.
Yeah.
Bring him on.
Yeah, and be careful what you wish for. Here's what is this? Hold on. This is these are people like yelling at each other during the vote counting. This is something I forgot to play last week.
This pussy's what are you doing? This pile of pussy.
Yeah. Don't touch me!
Biden raped his
this
daughter.
This is a free country!
Biden raped his daughter.
We're not your slaves!
Biden raped his daughter.
We have freedom!
Hold on. Does Biden have a daughter?
Yeah.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got a daughter and 2 sons, I believe.
Okay.
The land of the free!
Biden
This is our land!
Only Trump said he would date his own daughter. I'm just putting
Whoa,
that out.
that was consensual.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that was.
Do you know?
That was. It was
I think
implied
technically,
consent.
I think technically, father-daughter incest probably could not be.
Wow, party pooper Ben.
No.
I don't know.
No, I can't say that. No, that's just gross.
Yeah.
Was anybody gonna argue other than gross?
Yeah.
It's only
I
hot
don't-
when she pretends to be your daughter.
This is
No,
weird.
that's not even hot.
So I don't know
Prove
why
it.
they did this, but scientists 3D printed microscopic Star Trek Voyager spaceship.
What? Wait, what do you mean you don't know why they did that? Why wouldn't you do that if you could do it?
I did it so I could jam it up my pee hole.
Oh, I know why. Because they're on shrooms. It's in the Netherlands. So there you go.
Okay, gotcha.
If I had access to equipment to do that, I would look over at Hannibal because he'd obviously be, if he doesn't work there, he's hanging out with me. I'd be like, I'm about to print the Voyager in microscopic size. This is going to be fucking great.
And it moves.
Of all the things to make microscopic versions of, I appreciate the first off, I appreciate the attention to detail on the dorsal fins.
Mm-hmm. They're called nacelles.
You know what? I apologize. You know, you've out-nerded me today, Monty.
Damn.
Take your plunger points. You have... What do you mean it moves on its own? Hold on. Wait a minute. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, it says that moves on its own.
Like, how is it moving on its own?
Yes. Again, why wouldn't you?
Micro swimmers are small particles that can move through liquid on their own by interacting with their environment through chemical reactions. The platinum coating on the micro swimmers reacts to a hydrogen peroxide solution they are placed in, and that propels them through the liquid.
Wow.
So they made a little Voyager and just let it swim.
Wow, that's awesome.
So if I drank this, would I pee it out?
Yeah, you wouldn't even notice it was there. It's that small.
If I drank 100 of these, would I be able to shoot them out
it'd
in
probably
loads?
dissolve and going through your not your digest. Well, yeah, it would go through your digestive system.
I don't want it to dissolve.
I honestly never thought I would say this sentence, but don't drink a microscopic version of the Starship Voyager. Just don't do that.
No, look, if I had the chance, I'm drinking it.
Yeah, I see an episode right here. Right?
Yeah. I see a urinary tract infection right here.
No, it's too small.
What they need to do is make a microscopic magic school bus. So we could send Mrs. Frizzle through the body.
You stole from the chat.
I don't even have chat open, dude.
Dude, they literally just said it in the chat.
I don't. What chat?
In the
pleb chat?
Yeah.
I don't even have pleb chat. I have Streamlabs open.
It literally came up on the screen.
I don't have the screen open. I have Streamlabs open. Look at this. Young Bill Fridge didn't touch the
Someone
screen
just
for
said
17
it's okay,
minutes.
Billy. You can
Got
have
Streamlabs open. I'm a goddamn genius.
They gifted you that joke.
No. I didn't even have pleb chat open. I'm a.
Yeah. Can you guys believe this? He won't even admit it.
Because pleb chat says things that are like moderately funny, and then I say things that are moderately funny, and they take credit, even if I did steal it from you.
Carlos Mencia, the Carlos Mencia.
Yeah. Well, maybe it was that thing that what's her face does all the time. What's her name?
Amy Schumer.
There you go. You got it. Maybe it's one of those things that you and somebody else got the same joke idea at the exact same time.
I will say this about Amy Schumer. She's the hottest Schumer I know.
Oh, because Chuck Schumer?
that is technically accurate.
This is going to blow your mind if you don't already know this, Billy. Check this out. Man featured at Giuliani press conference is a convicted sex offender.
Giuliani?
That's not who they're talking about, but it could. Yeah, I mean, maybe.
He did marry his cousin, right?
It's the tall man in the background.
Giuliani did marry his cousin.
That dude probably showed up to go to the sex shop and realized, I can't walk to this sex shop.
I looked at that place, I looked at that area on Google Maps and went, that sex shop has like peep show booths and shit in it. It's the dirty part of town where there's those kind of sex shops and industrial shit, like landscaping.
It's literally in between that dirty sex shop and a crematorium.
Yeah.
They're
probably breathing in body parts.
If this is not signaling mob, this is crazy. The mobs always run the porn stores and the crematoriums. Giuliani's trying to flex. He's like, look, Trump's gonna bring the mob back. We didn't destroy the mob. We just moved them out of New York City, let them go be illegal everywhere else, and gave them legitimate mob jobs in New York. He's like, we still got them on the payroll, and they're going to run with Trump. There's no other reason you put a call.
They said they got to find all of the illegal votes that happen, and sometimes you got to get your hands dirty. You need to get you got to call in the right people. Okay,
right. Yeah. So they just needed a credible poll watcher, and they called in Mr. Darrell Brooks. Mr. Darrell Brooks.
Is that why he's a sex offender? Because he's been watching the polls?
Yes.
Was were these polls at an elementary school or something?
He's not just a sex offender. He's a perennial political candidate in New Jersey. He runs in New Jersey all the time.
What the fuck?
A perennial candidate means you continue to try to win, but you never do win.
Right.
You always run, but you never win.
Like Opal Covey.
Yeah, who's the Vermin Supremes?
Yeah.
Yeah, this like all the weirdos. This weirdo just decides instead of wearing a boot on his head, he wears a little monitor around his ankle. He can't. He's on work release. I saw a video of them. I believe it was at this exact site, and before they went live, they were asking on a publicly if anybody had any stories of their own about voter fraud. And they're like, if anybody here, we're calling anybody here, if you have any voter fraud stories, since we're about to open up a lawsuit and we're here in front of the fucking Garden Gnome Center of Philadelphia, we could use any more witnesses. If anybody here in the parking lot saw any voter fraud, please come up right now.
And Darrell Brooks is like, I was hanging out outside of the Chuck E. Cheese that's right next to a polling location. I was giving the foot massages to the chillins at the Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, look. Like, let's not act like Chuck E. Cheese pizza is bad. Isn't badass. All right, like you get a whole lot of pizza and soda for like $20.
And if you're over a certain age, all the tickets you want.
I'll tell you what. Where I grew up, we had Chuck E. Cheese, but we also had something called Major Magics, and Major Magics blew Chuck E. Cheese's mouse bitch ass out of the fucking water. All right.
Chuck E. Cheese and Showbiz Pizza is where it's at. Okay?
Showbiz Pizza and Chuck E. Cheese merged eventually. They became like the same.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, but
I'll tell you what, though.
All I'm saying is, who didn't love fats?
Here's the thing, though. Major Magics had animatronic puppets too, but their animatronic puppets were designed by the drummer from the band MC5. I don't know. That may mean nothing to you, but that means a lot to me.
Not only do I have to Google Major Magics now, I also have to Google MC5.
The MC5, the MC5 were like a legendary rock band from Detroit.
I think
the
that's-
MC5, the Motor City 5.
I think that's the best thing about not caring about things is that I have no interest in Googling either of those things right now. That's
see,
but every once
that's
in a
where you
while-
fail, Billy. You should care about everything and Google all of it. How else do you get those moments where you Google something you shouldn't have?
That's why I became a frazzle drip connoisseur.
Sorry, I don't understand.
I Google the right things. It says he exposed himself to 2 girls ages 7 and 11 back in the 90s. Yeah, a really great guy to have on your fucking team there, Giuliani.
Yeah, we're gonna bring him in as a credible source.
Yeah, 7 and 11 was an inside job. This is gross. Why is he there?
Speaking of gross, I'm looking at Major Magics. This shit looks gross. All right.
No. This is more Hannibal bias. You know, there's Hannibal Buress. You're Hannibal bias.
Oh.
Look. This shit looks like a child's nightmare, BENPAI. This shit looks like a child's nightmare.
Let's talk about chowder and how gross it is too while we're at it.
I mean, but look. All I'm saying is,
this shit up.
Look at Major Magics right now. This shit looks like a fucking horror film.
Oh, dude, that was the best thing about it.
I'm getting it right now.
No, it was, dude. Yeah, there was like a band made up of these big bears. Giant fucking bears, and they like dance around.
Oh, is that the magic? The bears are the magic ones?
I mean, they're all magic. Major Magic, he's like a little military guy.
Because I seen like the dancing bear things. I don't know. I do love animatronics. I would love to open up an adult Chuck E. Cheese. Like if I have enough money.
Oh my God, I love how scary. Dude, I love how scary this shit looks. I thought you saw pictures of the pizza and said it was gross, which it was not.
No, not the pizza. I'm just looking at. Look at this shit. Monty, look at the screen. Look at this shit.
Dude, this
is he a diaphragm?
Dude, this was designed by the drummer of like a crazy psychedelic pre-punk rock band from the 70s. Here we go.
No, Ben, that's creepy as fuck.
Dude, I love it.
I'm not
here's the bears. There's the bears.
I bet the pizza is amazing there because look how terrifying this is.
It went out of business, but I think it came back. It was like one of the largest arcades you could see in the area too.
I'm for real about to open up an adult Chuck E. Cheese style business in like Colorado where mushrooms are legal. And just you walk in, you eat some mushrooms, and shit pops.
And you know what? Next door to this place was a laser tag place, and there'd been so many times I was like,
adult Chuck E. Cheese is not Dave and Buster's, a Pimp Named Slipback. Adult Chuck E. Cheese doesn't really exist.
What, Dave and Buster's?
No, Dave and Buster's is a fucking trap. I'm not talking about go win some tickets like an asshole. I'm talking about walk in a room, eat some mushrooms, animatronics are going off, there's fucking lights, there's strippers in between the animatronics, there's alcohol on tap, you get fucked up, you lose yourself in what apparently would be conditioned to look like Wonderland, feel like Wonderland, as done by American fucking McGee, my dude. We're gonna get gross in here. It's gonna be nasty. And you wanna call it fucking Dave and Buster's? Eat my ass.
They already came up with an idea for that, though. It's called Dave and Buster's.
I categorically deny your accusations that Dave and Buster's.
You thought you came up with a good idea, then everyone's like, they already have that. It's called Dave and Buster's, and now you're trying to pretend like the thing you came up with.
Giving you heaven on earth over here, and you guys are like, no, Dave and Buster's. I want to spend $30 on some chicken wings and have a handful of tickets for shooting a child-sized basketball.
$30. I didn't know the price went down at Dave and Buster's. That's a deal.
I think I'm the only one that's never been to Dave
So,
and Buster's.
but before we close this up, Giuliani obviously didn't vet any of these people. He's looking just for random crazies that are going to pretend like they saw voter fraud when they didn't. So he found like a what do they call it? A flasher. So this guy's like a flasher, basically, right? He's pulling his.
I did hear after the event that the flasher did help Rudy Giuliani get his microphone out of his pants. So
who has to lay down to tuck their shirt in?
I mean, I'm an old guy. Whenever I'm in the room with a 15-year-old girl, I lay down to tuck my shirt in too.
Seriously though, even if you're, I don't understand. Even if you were like disabled, how you would need to do it that way. It looked like he was waiting for her to help him out, tuck his shirt in.
They saw it, so it must be true.
Why are we still even speculating about that? We know he wasn't tucking his shirt in.
No, wait, hold on, before you do your mainstream liberal media bias, Monty. All right, what if you walked into a bathroom at like a gas station and Rudy Giuliani was laying on the floor trying to pull his pants up? Okay. You feel real stupid. You feel real stupid if you walked in on that.
Wouldn't that be hilarious if you like?
I know me.
Could you imagine if you were walking into a public bathroom? Because I've tucked my shirt in, like in a public bathroom. If you saw a guy like laying on the floor of a stall, like tucking his shirt in.
It's like when you were in elementary school and that one kid dropped his entire pants and underwear to the ground to pee.
Yeah, there was the one kid whose mom never taught him, like, don't do that. No one wants to see your ass.
You're like, oh, that's the weird kid. That's who we get to pick on for the next 17 years. Sorry.
Yeah.
Your fucking fault. Mama should have taught you to unzip your pants, untuck your ween, do a standing pee with everything covered, but you had to go pants undies to the fucking linoleum and stand there like a goddamn Superman, hands to the side of your lips, pissing. You fucked up.
Yeah, I agree.
But here's the shit. If Giuliani had said, yeah, you got me. If he had said that in that moment, right now, he would have the tiniest bit more credibility.
No. They don't run off credibility. They run off of deny everything, laugh in the face of people who actually think that they have to be held accountable for anything, because they never do.
Yeah.
He's a litigious lawyer who's going to take all of this far enough along that people don't want to invest their time or money into it.
You could tell. You could tell in Borat, he by the looks on Giuliani's face, he thought he hit the jackpot. He had this look on his face like, fuck yeah, this, like, he thought she was flirting with him.
Yeah.
So he was like, fuck yeah, dude. You know, like the universe is throwing me a bone right now.
Yeah.
So, but it was up his ass.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm very curious to see.
Sasha,
I'm curious, and I'm also just a little bit completely terrified at it.
So Sacha Baron Cohen, he utilizes a lot of tactics that you would learn from like the FBI, CIA when he does these interviews. He's like trained underneath them. He 100% knows how to use honeypots. This was a honeypot situation.
He
on
found
Giuliani.
a Bulgarian actress to like play his fake daughter.
She was doing honeypot tactics with Giuliani, and it worked because guess what? He's been honeypotted before. He knows how the game works. And he wants to act like, I was just doing. I'm like, no, motherfucker, you know exactly what you're doing because it wasn't your first rodeo.
It's insane the amount of anti-Semitism, but he gets away with it because he is Jewish. Well, it's like if anyone else made that movie, it'd be like people would be freaking the fuck out. But it's like there's so much like it. There were even times where I was like, that's
yeah, but that's
like when he's wearing like the big fake rubber nose and shit.
Yeah,
like he dresses up like Nazi propaganda used to portray Jews back in during Nazi Germany. He like wears a costume that looks like that.
As a sidebar, that's also how all the John Ossoff for Senate ads look in Georgia. Like every time you see like the Republican attack ads, they always make his nose look extra big and Jewy. I don't even know if he's Jewish, but it just be like they'd be like John Ossoff gets money from communist China and will kill Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
vote for David Perdue.
There's a part where he dresses up like that, big fake rubber nose, and he goes into a synagogue, and there's all these old Jewish ladies sitting around, and they're looking at him. It's so cringy. It's like you cringe and laugh at it at the same time. It's like a uncomfortable kind of humor.
Do you guys ever remember a few years back when Macklemore got in trouble for dressing up in a costume? Yeah, he like was going to be a surprise at a
First
show.
live show I have caught in 4 months. Love you, sweet boys. Let's get the goal going.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
Cheers.
Thanks so far for all the help.
Yeah, thank you everybody tonight. We're already $60 in, and we barely even whipped our dicks out. But
Look at that.
Macklemore was going to a surprise show, and he wanted to go in costume so he could surprise everybody when he got there. He picked up a Ringo Starr wig, a big heavy black beard, and a witch's nose. And when he put it on, it looked like the fucking
Nazi propaganda.
The Nazi propaganda.
Yeah.
And
I remember this. Yes, I do remember Macklemore doing this shit.
They made fun of it in the Pop Star Never Stop Stopping Andy Samberg movie, which was really good. And it's unfortunate that movie flopped. That was a really good movie. If you guys haven't seen it, everybody should watch that and tell each other that they're better off for enjoying it in their life. But yeah, the Macklemore got hella heat for that, and I don't think he did it on purpose. But you never fucking know. You never know these days. Negative press gets you talked about more than anything positive. That entire Gillette razor commercial from 2 years ago.
Oh, I remember
where
that.
everybody got up in arms about. 100% they knew what they were doing when they released that. They knew everybody would get divisive and fight about it, and it would be far more successful than any other offering they could give you about a damn razor.
Yeah.
I agree.
They probably sold a ton of razors too. So
they did.
Go Gillette.
I went and bought some after that.
Do you see this? Fox News is starting to. I'm noticing slowly certain people in Fox News are drifting away from Trump already.
Yeah, I watched this right before I came on. This is fucking great.
Yeah. I don't know if I have the footage. Maybe I do. Oh yeah, right here.
Oh yeah, this is definitely watchable.
Choo choo. Tip train.
Oh
Coupe
man,
car.
Coupe car.
$19.99.
Coupe car just reminded me, all of you, that if you want to be in the credits, the $15 plus credits that we do through Patreon, please get your pledges in before the next episode, because I only make it once a month, and if you're not in, if your pledge isn't in by the end, by next episode, it may not end up in the credits for this month. So just a reminder for those of you who are $15 or above patrons, that's an extra perk because you get the 2 private shows, our movie review, all the post shows, and you get a special thanks at the end of every episode. So get your
How was
pledge in.
last month's movie review? Because you were dreading doing it last time. How
it
was
fucking sucked, dude. It was terrible.
I'm like drawing a blank what it was.
It was a
right
stupid
now.
Trump prophecy.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
It was
it's
one
so
of the worst
bad.
movies ever. I honestly, Egghead's family movies might be better.
Luckily, this one was short. It was like an hour and a half.
Yeah, that's the difference, because Egghead's family's movies are like 3-hour, like Lord of the Rings.
I don't want to
style,
sit through 3 hours of shit when I could sit through an hour and a half of shit.
with like 10 endings.
Yeah.
That's
Egghead's family's movies are probably better, but it's better that I got out of the fucking movie hour and a half earlier.
Can I say they have more heart?
Sure, this movie didn't have no fucking heart.
No, not at
It had
all. It
some
was generic
dickheads like,
bullshit.
I was a fireman and I watched a child die and I got PTSD, so
now I gotta
manifested the devil and he fought Trump in my dreams, and I wrote a short story about how Trump would be president, and then when he wasn't president in 2012, I got in a deep depression, and then he was in 2016, and then I told all my friends that this was it didn't happen. He ran in 2016, and then this religious lady picked it up and pushed
who's
the
a
prophecy.
who's a real person, by the way?
Yeah, I believe she's Trump's spiritual advisor.
They kind of like changed shit. Like the beginning of the movie, it's totally focused around the fireman, but then like halfway through the movie it shifts to this other woman and her husband, and they're like her husband's like a medical doctor that uses religious mumbo jumbo.
Yeah.
In addition to like his real medical training, and she's just some like I feel your energy kind of person. And they wrote and I think basically produced the movie. And then this movie's fake as fuck, by the way, too, because the movie really isn't that long. There's like a bunch of shitty interviews that they kind of push in where you're like, you don't even realize the movie's over.
Propaganda.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Wow.
Anyway, back to this, because this is...
It sucked.
So Fox News actually was like, this is bullshit. Even we can't air this.
Maximum transparency. We want every legal vote to be counted, and we want every illegal vote to be...
Well, I just think we have to be very clear. She's charging, the other side is welcoming fraud and welcoming illegal voting. Unless she has more details to back that up, I can't in good countenance continue showing you
That's
this.
journalistic integrity. I mean, like, you...
Yeah.
Because, I mean, even Cavuto...
Okay, it's not actually journalistic integrity, though.
Oh, yeah.
Because they would have used this 4 years ago. It's just the agenda has changed. Trump's out. They're pushing it out, and they're all on board because they know the new regime.
Trump is also embarrassing at this point. Like, I mean, he's doing things that are unexpected, even for him. Like,
but there's also other crazy shit around this. Like this, I forgot the wording she used. She did not do this as the press secretary. Yes, she announced it before she started speaking. It's my personal son. I forgot the phrasing she used.
You had something to back that
She
up.
can't use the
but
White
that's an
House for personal campaigning, right?
But that wasn't even personal, though. I mean, she's doing it in the interest of the White House, right?
Yeah, but she had to clarify that she is not doing this as the press secretary. This is so fucking weird.
Yeah, but she is the press secretary, and she's speaking on behalf of the White House. I mean, this is what Trump believes. So even though she's saying she's not, she is.
Yeah.
Some charge to make. The other side
right.
that is effectively rigging and cheating. If she does bring proof of that, of course, we'll take you back.
Maximum transparency. We want every legal vote to be...
All right. Every legal vote. You know, Trump made that distinction before the election happened. He used that legal and illegal thing. I saw it. I don't know who doesn't see this coming from a mile away. You know, it's like it's coming at you in slow motion. I don't get why some people can't figure this out. I guess because they don't want to.
And then
all of my super conservative friends and even the conservative shitheads, fans of Hannibal Monty shit show. I'm Hannibal to beat Hannibal. That's Monty. No, just look. Quick shameless plug. And all of my conservative friends are like, oh yeah, they're stealing the election right now. Like they're stealing it in Georgia, they're stealing in North Carolina, stealing in Pennsylvania, stealing in Wisconsin, stealing in Michigan. They're sharing the memes. They're like the whole nine. Like they're all the way drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, look. I stole one vote. I stole one. I stole one. So
Look.
I did. I admit it.
It's
I stole
obvious.
a vote.
It's obvious that the votes are rigged and the Republican Party is in on it too, or else the Dems would have taken the entire Senate and House by storm like they did the presidency, but they didn't because these Republicans are in on it too. And these Republicans are going to push Trump out, and Trump has to fight all on his own.
I'll be interested to see who they pick next time. We'll see. There's a lot of time to figure it out. I think the people that are like, oh, Trump 2024, I think they're delusional. I don't. I mean,
New
I
York
don't.
Post even said, Trump, you need to stop. You need to let go of the fact that you think you won. Let it go. You're tarnishing your legacy.
Right.
Come back in 2024.
Don't come back.
That's what the New York Post said.
I think the party will do anything they can to keep him from winning. I think they'll pull like a Bernie. They'll do like the Democrats' version of Bernie to keep Trump out if he tries again. I don't think Trump will want to do it again. I think he'll get back into his normal life again. Realize being an ex-president, you get all the ass kissing without all the responsibility. And
yes.
And he'll love that.
If he does run in 2024, does he get 2 presidential libraries?
No.
Speck said they didn't take the presidency by storm. Biden only narrowly won. He only narrowly won by the largest margin of
the popular vote. He won what,
number
like
of votes?
5 million votes?
It was 5 million votes over, 75 million votes.
And
I
how
think.
many? How many electoral votes? He got like 100 more.
Well,
right?
it's still not fully.
Georgia's
going
to go blue more than likely, though.
Yeah.
Georgia and Alaska, right, are the only two that aren't called
but,
officially.
And North Carolina, I think.
I heard they called North Carolina for Trump today, which I'm not.
Oh,
surprised.
did they? All right. Yeah,
That's what I
it looked
heard.
like it was going that way.
It wasn't a narrow victory. It was a decisive victory.
Yeah, I mean 290 to 214 according to AP. So that's, I mean,
And that's not done counting it. So
yeah,
North Carolina's going to Trump, right?
yeah. It doesn't say officially here, but I heard. I thought I was told, but it could be wrong. I know there's conflicting sources too.
Yeah.
I'd give it to him. It looks like it's in his favor, and I'd give Georgia to Biden. So
as a random sidebar, because we haven't talked to you guys in a while. So I went to go early vote here in Georgia, and when I went to go early vote,
shit.
I found I did. Damn, I haven't told these guys yet. So I went to go early vote in Georgia. And when I went to go early vote, I found that I had been purged from the voter rolls.
Oh damn!
Even though I voted in the primary, and my roommate had also been purged from the voter rolls, and he also voted in the Georgia primary. So we both had to re-register to vote so we could vote in the election.
And they were like, we just need you guys to take this test really quick.
So we were both able to re-register to vote. But imagine if I wouldn't have done that, because like Georgia doesn't allow you to register to vote the day of the election. Like you can't just show up with an ID and vote. So it's like if I would have tried to show up the day of to vote, it would have been like, yes, sorry, you're not registered.
Voter suppression.
They did it to like they purged like 100,000 people in Georgia off of the rolls.
I'm seriously surprised that Georgia is trending blue. I never thought
Georgia's not supposed to be a red state. Like the way the lines, like, so 4 of the 6 biggest cities in Georgia, Atlanta, Augusta, Macon, and Columbus, the 4 of the 6 most populated cities, all vote Democrat.
Sure, and most cities do in most states. Like if you look at most states, the cities are just like blue dots surrounded by a sea of red, and it's
just set up where like especially like in the in certain elections, it's just set up where like the 2,500 people that live in Lake Lanier, with their like multi-million-dollar homes, can negate the 6 million people that live in Atlanta.
I'm just saying, like, Georgia, like not even 10 years ago, had the Confederate flag in its state flag,
Oh yeah.
So, but
listen. I like that's all because like the changing landscape of Atlanta is thanks to Ludacris and So Def Records, Drop One of the Clues bombs for Jermaine Dupri, and all the trap music that comes out of this place. It is like I was when we were talking to Fat Pat and Sofane. Fat Pat was telling us that when he first moved to Georgia, he was like, man, it's like when I got here, I was here for like a month before I seen another white person. So it's just,
wasn't the Confederate flag only on Georgia's flag because their flag was the General Lee?
Huh?
Wasn't their
You
flag
mean the
just
car from
yeah?
from Dukes
Wasn't
of
that
Hazzard?
just what the flag was? Just the General Lee, the car from Dukes of
That
Hazzard.
was the Confederate flag on the General Lee.
The General Lee is the Confederate flag, I thought. The Georgia flag had like a small Confederate flag in
I thought it just had the car from Dukes of Hazzard on the flag.
No.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I never been to Georgia.
Yeah, like no, Georgia is like in the time when I moved to Georgia, when I moved to Atlanta 15 years ago, there were 3 million. The population here was 3 million. 15 years later, it is now 6.5 million in the Atlanta metro area.
People humping.
Like the population has grown insanely. It is ridiculous.
Here it is.
How big?
I guess it was more than 10 years ago, though. I was wrong. They changed it in 2001. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I must have been thinking of the Mississippi flag or something. Did it 10 years ago?
Who knows, man?
Yeah, stars and bars.
I just know, if I know anything, people will be holding on to their MAGA flags for 150 years after this defeat.
Just the other day,
absolutely.
Just the other day, I saw a Bush Cheney bumper sticker. Like someone still had a Bush Cheney. They had that bumper sticker for 20 years on the back of their car.
I got a Dukakis bumper sticker on the back of my Prius.
You had the first ever Prius.
Yeah.
In
No,
1988.
I just have a stack of Dukakis stickers. I got to show my
That's a
support.
great name, Dukakis.
It's like Bukaki.
Do you put them on every car you get? Like you get a new car, you put your Dukakis sticker on it?
Every fuel efficient car. I didn't go on the Hummer.
Okay. Fair enough. You have a
rules.
system. I gotta respect your system.
Yeah, there's layers of this shit.
Yeah. I won't question it. You do you, Billy.
I always do.
That's all I'm saying.
Let's read the Streamlabs and then we'll move on to the next thing we do.
Oh, whoa. We just got a new Streamlab in from Dragon in the West. Dragon in the West says, great to see Hannibal Monty on DP. Would love to see Brad Jones on again with either Hannibal Monty or Jeff Holiday on. Also, Hannibal got purged because he was wearing a mask before it was cool. Don't make him a mask. Does that make him a mask hipster? Are you a mask hipster?
Look, listen. I do have an ironic mustache and a unicycle. I like to ride everywhere. So possibly.
Yeah. There's a video coming up on our show where the person that made this video will expose Hannibal's mask usage.
No way. You see what he just said? He said, "I'm going to let them read the rest of their Streamlabs."
Read the Streamlabs. It's coming.
Hannibal doesn't wear the mask in real life. This is like a costume he wears. In real life, he dresses up like Mr. Peanut.
Yeah. Somebody's exposing Hannibal soon.
Coop Car.
I got to tell y'all a quick Halloween story after you read the Streamlabs. Go ahead. I got to tell you.
Coop Car gave a big love. Thank you again. Rallis and Chains gave us that big love. PT Hammer gave a big love. Kilo said, have been delivering Dashuns for the past 12 hours.
Dachshunds?
Dashuns.
Okay.
Little wiener dogs?
Yeah, little wiener dogs. For the past 12 hours, I now have a flat $20 in my bank account. Today in 1775, the Marine Corps was founded. Also today in 1969, Sesame Street debuted. Marine Corps and Sesame Street on the same damn day. Remember the 10th of November. Kilo, thank you for that. Slay Mia said about the guy that looked like the guy's getting blown off camera. And we're like, what do you mean? Shot himself in the head off camera? Slay Mia says,
Don't be gay, Mike. Don't be gay, Mike.
The guy saying, "Oh fuck, oh shit," was getting blown while off camera. So he was like orgasming. This is what Slamia was saying, and that brings us all back square up. We're 20% into our goal, and I literally haven't even wiped my ass yet. This is great. Thank you guys so much for the support.
But didn't you take a poop before the show started? Oh no, that broke the stream.
Yeah, if we hit the goal, I'll do one wipe. I'm not wiping my ass until we hit the goal.
I've recovered.
Are you confident enough in a single wipe, Billy?
No, I was making it sound even grosser that I would, if we hit the goal, I would only do one wipe.
Can we put a piece of white paper down and have you sit on it and then see what's on it?
I wouldn't trust that right now.
Oh, man.
I'm on a diatomaceous earth diet, dude.
That's a torture episode right there.
I just started a cleanse.
Here we go.
Clee disappear. Clee disappear. Clee disappear. Clee disappear.
Clue disappear.
And then I'm seeing the clues disperse at the same time. It's hilarious.
Oh God, what is this?
Our state has had a massive increase in coronavirus cases. My best friend
Barack
even caught
Obama?
coronavirus. There has to be an answer.
Wait, we know what we're going to do. We're going to have Cool Cat fights coronavirus. That's right. Hello, everyone, and hi. I'm
Dude, he does these videos in front of a green screen. He's almost inviting people to like put gay porn behind him or like whatever they want. You can put whatever you want behind him.
Yeah, I keep thinking of what I can put behind this dude now.
Yeah.
Don't make it green. Pick a background.
Derek
Savage. You could Photoshop one of those pictures of Monty with all the white women, so it's Derek Savage with all the white women.
Who was the guy that did the intro for him? What the fuck was that?
That was.
Do you guys know who this is? I can't remember if we played him for you.
You play he's the guy that makes those weird children's books, like the Cool Cat guy.
Yeah. He makes awful movies.
Okay.
He's made one movie and he keeps re-editing it to make it into a new movie every time. He uses this like old footage that he filmed 10 years ago of Vivica A. Fox and who's the one guy from Chips. In his backyard near the pool.
Estrada?
Eric Estrada.
Yes. Vivica A. Fox and Eric Estrada, somehow he suckered them into being in to this movie, and they've been in all the sequels, but it's the same fucking footage he filmed with them years ago.
What?
Yeah.
Coming to you today with something really awesome, and that is our brand new project. Here's the poster for it. Cool Cat fights coronavirus.
Yeah, and before this, he did Cool Cat stops.
How's everyone doing today? Trying to get a job in engineering for once, but I hope this isn't job market won't be as bad as 08. On another note, who is everyone's favorite New Jack Swing artist? Bobby ain't it for me, TBH.
Hold on. So, does he mean Bobby Brown?
New Jack Swing?
Yeah, New Jack Swing. Bobby Brown did New Jack Swing, right?
He's got to mean Bobby Brown. And the only correct answer is the band Guy. I'll also accept Jodeci, but I won't take Keith Sweat or anybody else.
Yeah, why won't you take Keith Sweat?
You know good and goddamn well why I won't take Keith Sweat. All right?
But I would go with Jodeci.
Okay.
Because they were ugly and everybody wanted to fuck them. They did it right.
This is true. These are facts.
Yeah.
It is known.
Yeah, look up a picture of Jodeci. That's some ugly niggas.
Who else in that list?
Like of New Jack Swing?
Yeah.
Was Bellevue DeVoe New Jack Swing?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd put them up there.
Yeah,
okay.
but BBD was pretty. Come on.
Oh yeah.
See,
I'm not even.
Jodeci, the dudes in Jodeci could also sing. They were good at it.
New Edition, because Bobby Brown came out of that.
Maybe New Edition.
Yeah. See, I'm still sticking with Guy, but New Edition is a great choice. Bill Fridge, who'd you pick?
Well, I don't know.
It's early 90s. Like,
I'm looking on the Wikipedia to see like how deep it goes, and it's like they put Paula Abdul.
Even like it's the type of beat.
Dougie Fresh.
It's the type of beat like even Boyz II Men had some New Jack Swing
Heavy
style
D
songs.
they put on here.
Yeah.
Like
Motown Philly.
Motown Philly. Yeah, it's that drum beat.
East Coast swing.
Yep.
Dum dum da da. Dum 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 da. Come on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, can I make a suggestion?
Yes.
Does Powerline from a Goofy movie count?
I think he would. I think he would count.
Powerline from a Goofy movie. Let's go.
Okay, now this film is approximately 40%.
And Heavy D, yeah, definitely. You mentioned Heavy D, definitely New Jack Swing. Now that we found love.
Love of Heavy D.
Now that we found love, what are we gonna do?
Heavy D. Girls, they love me. Girls, they love me.
Completed now. I'm about to show you. Hey, what we're going to do is a Kickstarter for this project right here. And the main reason for this Kickstarter project is to give you guys a chance to get some original items.
Look,
I've seen over the years.
Behind the scene footage. This dude is such a grifter.
Did he have a Funko Pop on the desk?
What?
Was there a Funko Pop on the desk?
Of Cool Cat?
I thought for a second.
Maybe he swindled people to make
It looks like a knockoff Cool Cat pop.
Dirty dog. He's so uncreative with these characters.
Can we go back to that full desk shot? Is that a knockoff?
Yes, it is. It is.
My guys went to Japan or China or wherever the third world country is now, and got knockoff Cool Cat pops.
Wow.
It's Funko Pop.
Yeah. Or he calls them Funko Bangs.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Kirko Pop.
Wait, he needs a Kickstarter for this. You mean to tell me this dude's not rolling in dough?
This guy's rolling in the filth that he created for himself.
And he's got a coronavirus on his desk.
Get
I
this.
just noticed that.
Get this. He made an award show only so he could give himself an award. Okay?
Wait. What's wrong with making an award show just to award yourself?
I was just about to say that's some Hannibal Monty sounding ass shit to do.
So like he had this 420 award show which had almost nothing to do with weed except for the statue had like a weed leaf on it. And he had all these categories and gave away all these awards. He couldn't even pronounce the names of the nominees right because he can't pronounce most words right, but definitely not names, especially if they're like foreign at all. He just cannot get them at all. And then it comes to like best, what was it, children's film or something like that? Or I don't know. He found a category like independent film or something, and he gave himself the fucking award. And he was the only one there that won an award that actually was there to accept it. And then they had
could you imagine throwing your own award ceremony and then you lose? You know how miserable you would fucking be after that shit?
Well, as soon as they announced the category, I looked at Billy and I was like, oh no, here it comes. And he even had these weird like entertainment acts. Like he had a ventriloquist, but he called it a Ventuilla twist.
And then he did a follow-up awards ceremony the next year, but because of COVID, couldn't have the 420 awards in a real venue. So he had all the celebrities show up in hazmat suits.
Just as many people
to accept their awards.
Yeah, so a guy in a suit pretending to be Keanu Reeves or whatever.
Because it was like full body hazmat suit. They come and accept the award. And they had a scene at the end where he fought coronavirus in a Nevada open field. Like an open desert in Nevada, and these same coronaviruses that are flying around Cool Cat are the CGI they use for that
I
stupid
listened to Chris
fucking
Williams and
event.
definitely Guy for sure. Heavy D is up there too. Bobby Brown was too full of himself to be the best. He had a great voice and could certainly bring out a crowd, but wasn't great after Don't Be Cruel.
Oh, dude, do you remember his Ghostbusters song? He even got the cameo in Ghostbusters.
Yes. They're called the Ghostbusters and the In Control.
Yep.
That song is incredible. Like I think the Bobby. I would say the Bobby Brown Ghostbusters song is superior to the
original.
What was his name? Ray something Jr. Ray Parker.
Wow.
You know my response to that, Hannibal? You know it.
Yeah. Look, it's like the original Ghostbusters song is cool, but it's sticky. The Bobby Brown song, you could throw it on the radio, nobody even knows it's a Ghostbusters song.
Right.
It's just a good.
You're right. You know what? The original Ghostbusters song almost sounds like it could actually be a TV commercial for Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Like if Ghostbusters were real, it's like a jingle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's more like a jingle.
You have to listen to the Bobby Brown one because he's like grab the proton packs and they split.
Yeah.
Like he mentions it every once in a while, but this is a song.
You know, real quick, in Ghostbusters 2, like in his brief cameo, he sees the Ghostbusters. He's like, "Hey, can I get one of those proton packs? I would love to give one to my
The proton
cousin."
pack is not a toy.
Look, that is the most niggerish thing that you could do. It's just, hey, man, can I get me one of these nuclear reactors that catches ghosts
for my little brother?
It's incredible. That's the blackest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, that shit was fantastic.
The blackest thing you've ever seen is in Ghostbusters.
Hold on. My
awesome.
grandmother is a huge fan of Ghostbusters. She loves everything Ghostbusters. Could you say what you said once again about that so I could tell her what that was? I want to be able to word for word tell her.
It's the scene with Bobby Brown in Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah, but no, what Hannibal had said was a specific. He said a specific series of words. I want to be able to tell my grandmother exactly. I have to write that down.
Can you repeat it back?
I got you. I got you. Look, the scene in Ghostbusters 2 where Bobby Brown sees the Ghostbusters like, hey, can I buy one of those proton packs from you? I want to give it to my little cousin. It's one of the most niggerish things I've ever seen in my life. It was just like, hey, I would love to buy this nuclear reactor that also catches ghosts and give it to a small child. Nigga, what are you doing?
Most scene I've ever seen. All right, I got it.
Incredible.
Can't wait to tell my grandmother about this new development in Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Is your grandmother also a fan of the new Ghostbusters, the all-women Ghostbusters?
Yes.
Didn't they make another one too?
Yeah, it hasn't released yet because of COVID.
Oh, really? I remember previews
COVID.
for that like over a year ago.
Yeah, they're pushing it back to 2021.
All right, so let's get a little bit more of Derek Savage in, and then we'll move on to something
Give you
else.
guys a chance to get some original items. I've seen
Let's
over
see
the
these
years how
items.
much you love the original Cool Cat items, and I truly appreciate that because it shows me that you guys truly adore Cool Cat hair. Okay, with this project right here,
Is his hair
there are
done?
3 reasons
Like,
why I'm doing.
Was this work?
This
that went into this.
What?
I don't know white hair. I don't. Monty,
Oh, this is thinning hair.
I don't know.
This is thinning hair and him trying to disperse it evenly to cover where he doesn't have it.
Doing it. Let me go into Stato right now.
This is a guy that sucks so much dick to continue his cocaine habit that he doesn't give a fuck what his hair looks like.
The first is the film introduces Cool Cat's new arch enemy, and that is Dirty Dog. And you better watch out,
He's had a new
because he is one dirty dog. The second is Cool Cat fights coronavirus, shows both sides of the issue. You know, Cool Cat's the good guy.
Both
who,
sides.
you know, who says,
Hold on. Does he
Shut
mean
up.
the right, like politically both sides?
It's an anti-masker film.
Oh my God! It shows both sides of the issue.
Cool Cat refuses to wear a mask.
Just wear the mask.
Well, he is wearing a mask,
Exactly. That's so. And then it turns out Cool Cat's also in the Ku Klux Klan.
Cool Cat's
has
a
no
super
problem wearing a
spreader.
mask when he goes out to the fucking rally, but won't do it at the grocery store. Fuck off, Cool Cat.
Mask, and you know he follows the CDC guidelines.
that one
I
from
lay
Dave
a lot
Chappelle.
of that out in the film right there.
I made that
But now,
joke 3
Dirty
months
Dog
ago. He
is
did
the
on Saturday
complete
Night Live. I
opposite.
look like an
He
asshole.
thinks humans are sheep, and coronavirus is a scam. So this way, kids will be able to get both sides of the issue. You know,
Could you
He's
imagine
saying-
your arms always being here when you talk, like up?
He's
'Cause that's
saying Dirty Dog thinks coronavirus is a scam.
Right.
And then he goes, so kids will be able to get both sides of the issue. One from
Yeah.
Dirty Dog who thinks it's a scam. Something tells me
Yeah.
Dirty Dog's having a face turn because Derek Savage is going from, he thinks it's a scam. They'll get both sides of the issue.
whichever side you believe in, okay? And also, and this
Whichever side you believe in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but one is Cool Cat and one is Dirty Dog.
Yeah, Cool Cat's like, I wear a mask. And Dirty Dog's like, I fuck bitches, snort cocaine, and don't wear a mask because I need, what's the
I
word?
let
Everybody
hookers
keeps-
cough in my face.
Yeah, what's the
I'm not
word?
afraid
What's
of
the word they
coronavirus.
use for going out in public and getting diseases? There's like the
A
term.
bug catcher?
No. He's not a bug catcher, but it's like herd immunity.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I gotta go fuck whores and get the cough because I care
Yeah.
about herd immunity.
is one of the
sheep.
main reason is that it helps
just a
set
flu,
up
okay?
for our next feature film. And that is Cool Cat Stops a School Shooting. Oh, I am so excited for that project. And yes, sir, it is coming. Okay?
Yes. Yes, Monty, I'm calling it now. Next month for our torture, or no, for our December torture episode, we might have to review a bunch of Cool Cat films.
Oh,
and
my
we
God.
definitely need to watch
Gross.
this movie. Okay,
This guy-
I need to see how this plays out.
This guy had a feud with our friend Adam from Your Movie Sucks. He's like a movie review channel on YouTube. And he did some reviews, and this guy back in the day was like flagging everyone that was even using like little bits of his stuff.
Okay.
And
All right. See, that's good to know. That's good to know.
not anymore. He doesn't do it
Challenge.
anymore. But
Okay.
there was like a few years ago, there was like a big thing about it.
Wouldn't it be
all right.
great if like you caught an anti-masker at the grocery store that wouldn't wear a mask, and it turns out their day job was playing Dirty Dog, or like playing Mickey Mouse at the fucking Disney World?
How much you think he pays these people to do? I know the original Cool Cat guy left. The original Cool Cat, because you never hear Cool Cat's voice anymore. Derek does the voice of Cool Cat now, and it's totally different. He has a dumb like Southern accent, like
So bad.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Oh, now I'm gonna revoice the movie too. Like you're giving me so many ideas.
Yep.
Hannibal and Monty presents Cool Cat. Look, Monty, we could do it. But let's make a Cool Cat movie.
Look, I heard how serious you were when you said it.
Yeah.
It's happening.
You know
this
what?
is better.
You guys-
This is better than the Puffin restaurant.
You know what?
Okay?
You guys could literally.
Nothing's better than the Puffin restaurant. Nothing is better.
You guys could literally just take footage from these movies and do voiceovers and make
Yeah,
your
that's
own
what they're gonna
movie.
do.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. That's
what Hannibal
clearly
just
it.
said.
That's it. You know.
Yeah, this is gonna be awesome. And don't ever downplay our Puffin restaurant.
Hey, you know what? You could literally.
Billy and Ben, when
you
y'all
could-
are ready for fried Puffin, Hannibal and Monty, we got you.
You
We're
could
about to start
literally
frying
take
Puffin.
the footage from
You
this
mean the
movie.
birds?
You could
Yes,
literally take the
Puffin,
footage
bird.
from this movie,
Hannibal
guys.
and Monty's famous fried
Do you
Puffin.
guys have puffins down there?
Not yet. We're trying to figure out how to get them.
They're wild up here. They live up here, but I don't think they're available for eating.
You could literally take the footage from this
We'll get
movie
'em.
and overdub it yourselves to promote Puffin eateries.
See?
Motherfucker! Goddamn! That's such a good idea. Oh, I'm writing it down. Hold on.
Yep.
I'm writing it next to all the Puffin recipes we got right now. That's real.
Yeah, like
it's going down.
puffins. Puffins live here in like north of here. They're like indigenous bird around here. I don't think you're allowed to eat them though. I think they're protected indigenous birds.
So you can eat. Well, you can eat them, but you can't kill them in the United States.
I guess if you
Yeah.
found a roadkill, yeah.
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 Well,
So
look. See, you make it easy, Ben. Hannibal and Monty's job, because we get a chef. Our job would be we're just going to visit our friends Billy and Ben, and we come visit y'all and we hang out, and then we're all of a sudden we got to go because we're gonna befriend Puffins.
So you come here to visit us, and you spend that time to befriend Puffins instead?
Yeah, but we befriend the Puffins. Then we come back and hang out with you. And what happened to those Puffins we were hanging out with? Man, I'm gonna miss Jeremy the Puffin.
I think
look, Hannibal and Monty's Fried Puffin Palace coming 2021. Okay, teriyaki puffin. Puffin Parmesan. You get there early in the morning, you can get some puffin muffins. Okay, like it's gonna be a whole.
It looks like they already eat puffin in Iceland, which
yes.
Yeah.
Now, if they're eating puffin in Iceland and we bring that here towards America, Thanksgiving, will we have puffin stuffing?
Puffin stuffing. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I'm writing it down.
Yeah, Billy, you get credit and royalties from that.
Thank you.
See, puffin stuffing.
I can't wait to cash my first royalty check and buy a Rolls Royce.
Yeah, we can call it the Thanksgiving Billy the Fridge Puffin Stuffing.
King
Do
Cobra.
you know the Puffin Men, the Puffin Men, the Puffin Men.
King Cobra found a new apartment, or like here's an update on his new apartment because King Cobra, Cobra got evicted, or is
What
getting.
the fuck is up, YouTube?
Still in the old place.
Right out the gate, huh? With the bullshit. All right.
Cobra's doing this very fine afternoon. Yo, I have some good news. Your boy Cobra scored a 1-bedroom apartment for $600 a month.
Is that a moped in the background?
That's
Has that
all I'm
always
gonna...
been there?
What?
Is that a moped back there in the
No,
background?
it's a bike. And yes, it's always been there.
I've never
it's
noticed
literally
that
in
before.
every other video of his.
Never
in the
noticed
background.
that before. Wow.
Yeah, it's always there. Yeah, so he said he found a new apartment for $600, which I don't know, like that's that where we live, that sounds crazy cheap.
It's Wyoming though. It's not that,
exactly. That's
not
why,
that cheap.
because like a 1-bedroom apartment here is like $1,200 or more a month.
What's surprising is that he's going to be able to get into it.
Yeah, his dad probably helps him out.
I'm gonna say, dude, the dude's willing to work with me, and I greatly appreciate it. Yes, sir. What's up, Richie Wright? You know, I might have a beer to go celebrate. I just might. Right now, I'm sipping on some Coca-Cola.
That's so bad.
But yeah, the dude said call him back in like 2 days, and he'll get a place for me. We talked on the phone very briefly, and yeah, we can make this work out just nicely. I have more than enough money to get in, and you know what? I'm a solid dude. Like, my rent's always on time. I avoid drama if I can help it, you know? And thank you to the person giving me a chance. Like, dude, you saved my Asperger's. Like, you don't even know, dude, so I know the little...
I doubt that person wants you to thank them on your YouTube channel. I think most people like this who are like in some way have some sort of authority over your life. You probably shouldn't even mention them on your channel.
Well, look, here's the thing, Ben. What if he has seen Cobes? Because I'll tell you what, if Hannibal and Monty owned an apartment complex, I would give Cobes a deal just so that people know he's broadcasting from our place.
You would? Well, because he gets trolled relentlessly, and you'd probably get fucked with eventually by...
Oh, we can handle that.
I would love to buy an apartment complex and just fill it with streamers. A nice little like 12-bedroom unit, and just have streamers running in the damn apartment complex. It'd be so much. It's like a human zoo. It's smart.
You know, Jared Genesis tried to come back and was an idiot and mentioned where he was moving to, which is he whined about getting swatted, which is debatable whether or not he was actually swatted. But he cried about it and then mentioned the new town he was moving to. It's like, no, you idiot. And then like 2 days later, like clockwork, anytime I mention Jared, the Jared Genesis troll shows up in the chat.
I don't think it's a troll. I think that's really Jared.
Oh, it really is him? Well, yeah, that channel and that video got deleted shortly after.
Location, I've been up to those apartments before when I've had friends live there. It's a nice location, you know. If they ask me to spray paint my wands outside, I will do so. That's not a problem. But yeah, your boy Cobra found himself a 1-bedroom for $600 a month. We can make this work just nicely, YouTube. Just freaking nicely. Yeah, and now the trolls are gonna talk shit because
I mean, it is true. I mean, I know what it's like. It's like, oh man, I'll have a beer.
Yeah.
It's time to have a beer.
Like, I find a way to celebrate with a bag full of garbage fast food. And
Sure.
7 ice cream cones.
Absolutely.
And a
I've done that
blowjob
too.
from a trans.
His glasses look like your glasses, Ben, with no frames in them, with no glasses in them. It just looks like he's just
like aviator bifocals.
jealous. Cobra bounces back on his feet like he always does. And honestly, I would like to thank my current landlord for being so patient with me over the last...
Someone just randomly gave me this phone number and told me it was Cobe's phone number. And I'm like, what do you want me to do with this? I'm not just going to randomly call him.
Ask him for a beer.
I'm surprised that you haven't called him out. Do you want me to call him?
No, he's not asking people to call him. We don't call him. Trumpster Bob was
asking for, and Trumpster Bob's a piece of shit, by the way, and I'm going to play even more stuff that will solidify. Like, You know, I have a Trumpster Bob video where, like, just when you think he's, like, slightly redeeming himself, then he takes it even, like, further, like, in the other direction, and you're like, oh, wow, he's unsalvageable. There's, like, no redeeming qualities about him at all. It's crazy.
10 plus years that I've been living here.
I'm talking about Trumpster Bob, not Cobes. Cobes is fine.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
He has his
I
flaws,
get you.
but he's all right. Like, he's not awful.
Yeah. And like I said, once all my shit's moved out into my new 1-bedroom, this apartment will be, me and my dad are gonna pay some professional cleaners to clean it, and then when that's done, me and my dad are gonna repaint, and then once we repaint it, then we're gonna rip the carpet out, so my landlord doesn't have to do it. Believe me, YouTube, I've been wanting to get this 1-bedroom for a week now. Like, I've been casting spells, I've been putting my energy out there, and I got it.
All right. Cobes should stream some of his spells. If he can, like, I want to see him. He should wear these elaborate robes. He should cast a spell on Von Helton. That'd be
I
insane.
want to see the spells done like his cooking videos. And now, to finish his spell, you know it, YouTube. We're going to crush some Doritos into it.
It would be hilarious if we could get Cobes and Von Helton
Doritos unlock the magic.
casting spells on each other. If they would just make videos back and forth casting spells on each other, you know, I would love that.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yes.
All right. So, as many of you know from our interview that we recently did with Empress Gail Cord Schuler, that regardless of who won the election, Gail Cord Schuler is actually the president of the United States. And here is
I saw that.
our new president of the United States. Well, I guess continuous president of the United States.
Yeah.
And Empress of the known universe, Gail Cord Schuler, accepting once again the presidency.
Those of you who are my Patreons and have been following me at Patreon know how I feel about this election. I do feel that we've had major election rigging, but
And look at her rocking the pantsuit way better than Hillary ever could.
Yep. Yeah, no, I see this. I see this. You got this, Gail.
I had mixed feelings about who I think would be better because I am the president. Let me tell you what I think has been going on. It appears that the election's been kind of confusing because my name has been on the ballot along with Joe Biden and Donald Trump. And a lot of people understood that if they were voting for Trump, they were voting for me. But some people didn't understand that. So it's been confusing. And what's being reported on the news is not accurate. Only Gabriel Chan of Fox News has reported on the news accurately. But because Donald Trump is in my cabinet,
she threw Trump a bone. It's funny because Vladimir Putin is in her cabinet too.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
look! I was watching that shit live. Like I'm usually lurking in the chat when you're live on some shows, but I watched that shit live. It was hilarious.
She's great.
That was one of my favorite episodes of DP. Hands down.
That's why we clipped it. And by the way, we're taking suggestions from all of you guys watching right now. If you see anything that you think would be good on its own, because we have a lot of people who want to watch the show, but they might not have the time to watch every part. So it's good to get suggestions on the best parts to get out there. And if any of you feels like taking the time to putting timestamps, I'll go ahead and pin your comment with the timestamps up at the top.
Ooh, see, Monty, we should do that.
Yeah. I mean, if you just want to right under Ben's nose, directly under Ben's nose, steal his fucking idea, we can do that. There we go.
Okay, all right. So if anybody watching the show also wants to do that for the shit show, there you go. All right. Look, it's time for black people to steal something from the white man for a change, right?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
We're even.
Your shit.
We're even now.
Yeah.
Lori McBride did all sorts of election fraud to make it appear like her cuck Joe Biden got the presidency, whereas it looks like Donald Trump actually got about 60% of the vote. But she manipulated the vote tallies and all that to make it look like Joe Biden won. But in the end, it doesn't really matter because the one who really won was me. So what I did is I told my men, I said, you know what? It looks like we've had major election fraud going on. So let's just go ahead and get all the get all the voting done over and make sure my name's on the ballot in all the states. And they did a recount or a revote in all the states. And I won with like 90% of the popular vote.
Wow.
And I've kicked out both Joe Biden and Donald Trump, which is a big relief to the country because
I feel relieved.
The election was so close, according to the way. Actually, it wasn't that close, but Lori McBride's lying news media narrative makes it.
It's crazy. Like, if you go to Gail's website and really read the stuff there, like, a lot of the stuff, like, a lot of her laws, if you break, the punishment is death. It's pretty brutal.
Shit. Okay.
It's pretty brutal.
Then don't break the laws.
Yeah, don't.
Appear really close so that she could pull off her coup. She wanted to use Joe Biden to pull off the coup. You might say, so how in the world did Lori? Well, Lori watched the election and she determined that that Trump was winning in the mainstream news reporting. She knew that I was winning overall, but she figured if she could get rid of Trump, she could get rid of me and make it so that I'm just this crazy lady who thinks I'm president when I'm not.
Yeah, what the fuck?
She is not at all a crazy lady that just thinks she's president. Come on.
One of the big things about the study, the Three Christs of Ypsilanti, where they put three Jesus Christ together in a facility, and they had them meet and talk with each other, guys that believed they were Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
At the very end, all three of the guys came to the conclusion the other two guys were fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Gail, whenever we confronted Gail about like Lori McBride and Tila Tequila, her answer was always, "Oh, they're obviously fucking crazy."
Well, she thinks Lori McBride is like some powerful evil.
Yeah, and even then, I think she should. Like, what would you do to punish her? She says, "Well, I would just hope she got the help she needed."
You're right.
It was like,
but in reality, Lori McBride is Brent Spiner's wife. Like like for real.
And she needs to get the help she needs.
Wow.
I just Googled Gail Cord Shula, and the first thing that popped up were like images of her in bathing suits. So.
Yeah.
Hey.
I watched.
Wait till later.
This is why
okay?
I don't use Bing.
I watched some of Knock Knock, the movie with Keanu Reeves where he gets raped.
Yeah.
And taken advantage of. It is such a bad movie.
Gross.
It is so bad.
Basically, Trump was winning Michigan and Wisconsin.
All right. Yeah, we know this. Yes, congratulations, Gail. This is like an hour long, so.
Conservative. Elaine Chao leans conservative. Vladimir Putin, I would put him in centrist category. Bill Nye leans liberal.
Yeah, this is like all the people in her cabinet. She's got Vladimir Putin and Bill Nye.
Sonny Perdue is...
Okay.
All right. Check this out. We're only going to play a little bit of this, too, but I guess Chris Chan did a seminar about the dimensional merge.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Chris Chan stepped it up, huh?
All right.
She and I body swapped. But anyway, so I wrote my own little speech that talks about updates that happened since when Mama originally talked about the dimension merge. It's still in progress. She wrote about that nearly 2 years ago. So I recently rewrote and all that by hand, and I finally so I wrote my piece that is pretty much an update of what happened since, and a little bit from me. So
I'm gonna pass out.
I can't be bothered to listen to what they're saying right now. Does this mean Chris Chan took Georgia?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Is Chris Chan the next president of the United States of America?
So let's get down to it. So let me see. Pretty much that's the... Right, so anyway, without further ado, let's talk about the communities and what y'all in 1218 here can and should do.
All right.
Okay,
so
what should we do?
Mama's tweet said, were shown to everyone in C197 as well when they got typed up nearly 2 Octobers ago. Since then, the common folk around the earth has been mindset on prep work. All of the local government people has consulted with our overpowered psychic types.
Only Chris Chan could literally get like a hall. I mean,
Yeah.
I wonder how many people are here. There must be.
Yeah, what do those crowds look like? The mainstream media doesn't want you to see their crowds right now.
Something tells me that they're all 6 feet apart, not by choice.
The Justice League, the Avengers, the CPUs, the game industry, the world leaders.
Is this a panel at a con or something?
Yeah.
It says October 2020, so this was last month.
Yeah.
They did this.
To get the
Or
details,
they did
make
this.
the plans,
They have the mask around their neck, you could see, so it's post-COVID, obviously.
and kept the larger details coded down for everybody else's comprehension. It's actually better for all to remain calm, patient, alert, and focused instead of overthinking things. I mean, it's nothing personal or insulting anybody's intelligence. It's just easier this way, you know?
What?
Gotta
It's
keep
just
calm and
easier
focused
this
and all that. Think. Mama encourages that, and I'm encouraging it as well. Anyway, so most everyone has prepared their evac kits, taken up survival and outdoor learning from various books and educational videos.
Do you think Chris Chan knows survival and outdoor living?
Oh, absolutely not.
I know.
Wasn't there a video of Chris Chan at like an outdoor festival, and she had like twisted her shirt up to have like a super exposing top? That's at least one way to promote social distancing.
Hey, Hannibal,
Yep.
have you ever seen Chris Chan's martial arts demonstration video?
No, not at all. Not at all. I do. I want. Yeah, and I want to see it. I do. I wanted to see what was going on with these dimension mergings and shit. Because I gotta make sure I got my portal gun ready.
I'm guessing this is relatively bland, but it's just hilarious that this happened. Check this out. This is back in the day, pre-transition Chris Chan, showing us some martial arts here. Here we go.
Judo chop.
Look at that balance. That balance.
I'm about to in this video. Thank you.
I got a little Chun-Li within me.
Chum-Li from Pawn
I
Stars?
got a little Chum-Li with
Pawn Stars, I mean?
Yeah.
Conor McGregor's next challenger right there.
Yeah.
Khabib's coming out of retirement to fight Chris Chan.
Wow. A lot of people would probably pay to watch that.
Oh, everybody would pay to. I would pay to. Like, listen, I wouldn't have to know who Chris Chan was. You said Khabib versus YouTube star. Sign me the fuck up.
The Tyson fight is coming up this month, and it's gonna be insane. We're probably gonna just because it's happening during the show, and a lot of people are gonna be watching it anyway. We'll probably just watch it, but we're not gonna play it on YouTube. But anyone here in our call will be able to see it.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Why not?
everybody needs to sign up for that because that sounds like that's gonna be fucking incredible. Like somebody might die in that fight.
You think so? I mean,
No,
they look
no,
like they're in
I
good
don't.
shape.
I don't. But I do though. I still just think they're like Mike Tyson said that after he did that first training video where he's like hitting the bag super hard and everybody's like, "Holy shit, that's Mike Tyson." He said, yeah, after he did that video, his body was sore for 2 weeks afterwards.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah,
So,
it's
that
crazy
makes
how Kimbo Slice beat Ken Shamrock, and some people think it might have been a work, but either way, Kimbo Slice is dead and Ken Shamrock's still alive.
Yeah, I definitely did not expect Ken Shamrock to still be alive at this age.
And that's why Pat Sajak is the ultimate show host.
Shots fired, Billy. Too soon. Damn. Just like Dave Chappelle's Freddie Mercury joke. It's too soon, man.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Side note live.
As soon as he made the joke, I was like, "Oh man, I can't wait to see what the internet is going to say about this."
All right.
Dave Chappelle killed that monologue.
Yeah,
I loved it. Here we go.
Yeah.
I should turn off the goddamn internet.
Oh, don't touch me. Don't touch me. TP, are they going to touch
What's the gay guy's name again?
Gazi Kodzo.
Yeah.
Gazi. I was trying to tell my roommates about Gazi.
Shit. My favorite part is Jesse Lee Peterson knocking that dude down.
Yeah.
I fucking love that part. That is beautiful. Whoever did that. Rats off to you.
This is just Trumpster Bob. He's just crazy. Like, listen to the stuff he says here.
Okay.
And then we've called him and talked to him. He actually called us yesterday. He called one of our numbers yesterday. So he's still trying to talk to us all the time.
He's our friend.
Yeah. I was checking up on him, making sure he was okay because Trump lost. But here's Trumpster Bob.
I have mad respect for a man that can take large objects up their rectum. You got respect for that? I don't. I think that's
I can do that. 2 hands tied behind my back.
This is probably our viewers watching, because there's probably more viewers of ours that watch him than legitimate fans of his at this point.
He brought up the butthole challenge.
I don't even know what that was all about.
He never stated what the butthole challenge was.
Pussy ass way of living. Oh, you're a Canadian. Oh, that explains it.
Listen to what he says about Canadians. It is messed up. It is like Hitler level bullshit, what he's about to say. It's
you make $5 per month? Now, nobody only makes $5 per month. Shut up with your lie. I don't mean to disrespect. I think you don't mean to say bother to tell. I was just curious. Sounds like you got a curious butthole is what it sounds like.
Is that a sequel to Curious George?
A Canadian communist on my channel. What do you think?
Canadian communists. Canadians are not really communists.
The man in the
I
yellow
don't even
condom?
fucking like Canada.
I don't fucking
You motherfuckers to me are communists. I think we need to build a wall up north. Fuck building one down south. Oh, we need that one too. But
You want to build walls around your entire country and wall yourself in, you fucking idiot.
Just build a wall around your house and never come out, please.
Right. Please.
Since we're done with that, we need to build one up north. And any Canadian
Listen to what he says.
who has a Canadian citizenship, whether they got an American citizenship or not, should be shot upon entering America. Shot on the spot by any civilian or any cop in America.
All right, so I think you should be shot out of a cannon into the ocean. How about that? Let's shoot him a couple miles out into the ocean.
In Minecraft.
Not in America. They should be shot on a fucking spot. It used to be the law here. I don't know how that fucking.
It used to be
That was
the
never
law.
the law. That was never
They
the
used
law.
to be able to shoot Canadians on the spot
No,
here.
you're so
That
full
was
of
the
shit.
law. It used to be the law. Why'd they change that in gay marriage? Wow, libs really trying to flip our rights away from us. Now the boys
Look,
can kiss,
we gotta
say I do.
We gotta stop these filthy fucking Canadians from coming to America. They're stealing our jobs. They're sending rapists and they're sending murderers. And some, I assume, are good people.
Can we trade Trumpster Bob for some of them?
Got away.
Yes.
I like all the Trump people who are like, if Trump loses, I'm moving to Canada. And I'm like, well, you know, Canada is basically what the liberals are trying to push for, right?
So walk up to my city official and he's a communist, shoot his fucking brains out.
That was never. We've never had vigilante justice in the United States, unless you're talking about like Old West when there was no like state government in certain territories. I mean, no.
To be allowed to arrest me. But apparently in America, you can't do that anymore, so we need a revolution.
Okay, and then later on, I play a video of him. I have a video of him where he literally says you should do like 40 years for saying the N-word and being and being racist. But then he says, well, if you're racist against white people, you should do 100 years. And then, but then I have a video of him saying the N-word. So
he should do that 40 years.
He's a fucking idiot, is what I mean. He's just an idiot.
Yeah. All right.
That's what I think about it. I don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks.
think about
I'm all for it, man. Fuck them.
Wait, hold on. Is this Yoda? Is this little guy right here Yoda? Because I know this is Luke right here, but is this Yoda? It has to be Yoda.
Anyway.
That's not Yoda. That's the bottom of a Keystone Light can. Jeez, Egghead's such a fucking idiot.
And every city should be there for your rights.
What?
Whatever race you are. People shouldn't be allowed to hate on you for your race.
So this is where he sounds reasonable for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm with Trumpster Bob right now.
Right,
Keep it going, Trumpster Bob.
Is it reasonable to make hating on people a felony?
I mean,
no.
Probably not.
No, I don't agree with that. But here he's saying no one should hate you because of your race. I agree with that.
True, yeah.
That's what I agree with. But then, I don't think it should be like I don't think like you should do 40 years. That's like what you do for like what? Like manslaughter or that kind of, I don't know.
Yeah.
Or like
we need to
second-degree
come up
murder.
with ridiculous punishments in America. Like, you did this. Now you have to scrub this street in the city with a toothbrush for 4 hours.
People call black
something
people
ridiculous.
Niggers.
Okay, he literally hold on a second. Hold on.
Did you time it that way on purpose and did it just fall out that way?
Hold on. He says you should do 40 years, but he literally just said it.
Well, to be fair, the person he was talking about was trying to buy a Ghostbuster proton pack for their nephew.
Should be there for your rights. Whatever race you are. People shouldn't be allowed to hate on you for your race. That should be a felony. When people call black people niggers, they should be thrown in prison for 40 fucking years. I promise you. Nobody would ever use the word again. It would be done with it.
Hannibal would still use it as a descriptor for comedy. But that's okay. It's
All
not
you got to
hate,
do
it's
is
comedy.
put 10 people in prison. It wouldn't even take that many, probably, right? People go, oh, I'm not saying that word no more. I'm not racist. Not me. No more. I'm done with that. Should be a heavy law. Should be a fucking felony. Committing
Fucking
racism.
felony. Okay. But you said it like 3 times already.
Can you call somebody a wetback, right?
He just said
yeah, it should be a fucking felony. Felony charge. And let me tell you, racism against white people should be 100 fucking years.
100 fucking years.
Shit. What he's saying in of itself is racist. That's the hilarious fucking thing. Is that
but
like
wait. He's got terms for this. I assume he's about to break this shit down. I want to hear the breakdown. Maybe he'll change my mind.
He's saying racism is horrible, and racism against white people is 3/5 worse.
Because white people settled this fucking land.
Because white people settled this
Ghost
land.
busting niggles boobies 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 boobies.
All right. Cool.
Oh, I was about to.
Had a good rhythm.
At double the time of the sentence. If you ask me, fuck it. We should love one another as neighbors. We should love each other as people. And that's it. That's what America is truly about. So when you vote Democrat,
what
you're voting
America is
against
truly
that.
about is loving one another as people and making sure that white people are 3/5 more important. when it comes to racism.
So is he just trying, when he offers us a pound of crack to blow him, he's just being loving?
It's a gotcha.
He offered us a pound of crack to blow him, but then we turned it around on him and we're like, why do you have this weird fantasy about giving crack to men to give you oral favors? And he was like, no! It's so easy to just like turn it around on him. He's not the brightest. That's why it's funny.
Do you think he would be like, he's like, you shouldn't hate anybody for their color, but how does he feel about hating people for their political beliefs? I hate people based on which gang systems they
He was
have.
actually really kind with us when we were talking one-on-one about our political beliefs. He tried to hold our hand and talk us through the conspiracy theory that the oil, the Iraqi, or was it Saudi oil barons owned Extreme Pizza, and was it Taco John's or something?
It was Raising Cane's.
Raising Cane's chicken, yeah. Do you guys like Raising Cane's?
He was saying
I love Raising Cane's.
He was saying the owner of
Cane's shit.
He was saying that the
Taliban.
He was saying that the owner of Raising Cane's chicken is like some secret Islamic homosexual that worships Satan, and I don't know.
Must be why y'all like the chicken.
It was almost like Pizzagate.
I guess so.
It was like it's Chicken Tendygate. Tendygate.
Yeah, I fucking love Raising Cane's. What the fuck is he talking about? Come on, dude.
He's talking about you're falling for the liberal agenda.
The liberal agenda is Raising Cane's?
Raising Cane's owns Extreme Pizza and the Taliban.
When you vote Republican, you're voting pro-love people of the earth. Pretty simple. When you are voting to allow drugs to come into America, you're voting against that. You're voting for hate. You're not voting for
Who's
love.
allowing drugs to come in? I don't know.
The United States
votes?
government.
I didn't see the thing on the ballot where I voted for drug. Who wants drug? Actually, I probably would vote for it though. I don't know.
You telling me? You telling me that we can find a misguided white boy joining the Taliban based off his emails, but we can't stop shipments full of drugs coming into the United States? I'm sorry. The government allows the fucking drugs in here.
You're voting for self-pleasure and hate. You're not voting for love. That's it. You're a fucking moron. You're an idiot.
Damn. All right.
And anybody with that much red, white, and blue in their room definitely knows what
I'm done for today. I'll tell you what. I'll holler at y'all on the next go round.
All right.
Next go round.
Peace out.
All right.
This is
Look, I would love to talk to Trumpster Bob. I would love
call
to,
him?
pick his brain.
You want me to call him?
Oh, call him.
All right.
Do you want?
And you can at least leave a message for him. He keeps calling us back, so I assume he wants to talk.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
All right, here he comes. We're calling him on a phone, so
We'll see if he answers.
Yeah. I have questions, especially following this video. Let's see what happens. Here we go.
Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back.
Is it ever get back or never get back?
I don't know.
I think it's ever. I believe it's ever. I've been to a ton of baseball games in my life.
All right.
I've been to 2.
Yeah.
I usually just stop singing words on that part. I usually just be like, buy me some peanuts and crackers. Jacks.
Well,
hold on.
Recording. You have reached the right number if you're calling for Bob. So please leave a message. I'll call you back.
Here you go.
All right. Look, Trumpster Bob. We heard your words on while on Drunken Peasants. I have some questions. There are a few things I would like for you to clarify. Yeah, that's about it. I just want to know where you're going with some of this, because I see what may be a few flaws.
I'm very intrigued at your ideas of incarcerating people who feel racism, and I just have some follow-up questions.
Yeah.
So please give us a call back. Call BENPAI back on this number, and please. This is Hannibal and Monty of Hannibal Monty Shit Show. And please give us a call back.
Yeah. Get back to us. Thanks, Cum Dumpster Bob.
That was probably the least eloquent I've ever heard either of you speak. You guys were like stuttering. It was very poorly done.
I wasn't ready for this. Okay.
Yeah.
Like he was just like, oh man, I would love to talk to this dude.
Okay.
I
It's
know
okay.
I'm talking to right now, but look, listen. I want to talk to Trumpster Bob. Okay. I would love to know. I want to ask him about policy ideas. Maybe he's on something.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he can enlighten us.
I'm just saying.
Maybe if you're racist to white people, you should do 100 fucking years.
When
You
he
should do
calls
hard time.
back, and he probably will.
I mean, he's saying racism is wrong. It's just racism against white people.
Yeah.
Twice as wrong.
No, 3/5 times as wrong.
3/5 times is wrong. It's the new 3/5 compromise.
if he calls back to answer any of those questions, just call me or Hannibal on Skype. One of us will be available.
Oh, he might call back. He usually calls back.
He usually calls back in a matter of like 20 minutes or something.
So he might call us back. We'll see.
All right. All right.
He said he's from South Texas, like near the border.
Near the border.
So
Not near El Paso, further south than that.
So maybe so
Yeah, well look, we can meet up and we can get some Taco Cabana together. There's Taco Cabanas in South Texas. I love
Taco Cabana's great. They have them in Albuquerque too. That was a great place to go like at 2 a.m. to get tacos.
Yeah. Trumpster Bob, let's have some Taco Cabana together.
Here he is talking to Tommy Sotomayor.
Oh shit. All right. This ought to be fun.
It's horrendous. It's
awful. I'm sure.
It's
That's
awful.
what I meant by fun.
Yeah.
Listen here, Tommy. Sotomayor.
We just gonna lead right with the hard R.
You are a low-life scumbag nerd.
He put a D at the end of it. He put a D at the end of it.
Call him a nerd?
Kind of.
Yeah, I heard nerd.
It was
but
a
I heard
mixture of the two words, basically.
Yeah, he was starting to say nigger, but then he turned it into nerd, so it kind of came out like nerd.
He called him nerd with the hard Iggy.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was a thing.
Maybe he was watching an Iggy Azalea video in that moment and just was trying to. He got distracted.
You know what I said? I called you a nerd with the hard Iggy.
We're having a lot of fun. So I guess we got to play more now because it's getting interesting. I can see you guys. I can see the fire in your eyes. So here's another one.
So I'm sitting at the restaurant.
Uh-oh.
And I just made a point. Yeah. When adults have sex with more than one person.
Oh, shit. He's breaking up.
Oh, he'll catch
Like,
up. Give
say
Get it out.
the female, for example, or the guy, either one. One of the people in this married relationship goes and has sex with a lot of other people. He's probably going to bring something home, be it a disease or a virus or a fungus.
A virus is a disease,
Or
right?
some leftovers from taking her out to dinner before he banged her. That's cool. If you're going to cheat on me,
But
bring
the
me home some
odds
leftovers.
highly shoot up when a person is having sex like that with a bunch of people. It's just
This guy
common knowledge.
obviously hasn't had sex with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
So these fucking lesbians are sitting at the table and they got their daughter sitting across from them.
So like what he said at the beginning is kind of reasonable to say, but now he's like he's going to use that to talk shit about lesbians and how gross they are to him.
Yeah.
See,
like what was that segue? How did we?
I don't know. I mean, it is right. I mean, more partners kind of increases your chances, right? But now he's like, so now there are these two lesbians sitting next to. It's like, what? Where are we going now? That's such a diversion.
More
to what
partners
you're saying.
only increases your chances if you're being if you're not being careful and adult about it. You could easily have one partner, and because you're so desperate, you settle for a dirt sleazo that's had a bunch of sex because they've had a bunch of sex, and you can't get anybody who's more relaxed with their sexual prowess. A little more. I can't use words right now.
young female, I
See,
guess.
you just criticized our
They
work.
said it was
I
their daughter.
know. We're
Or
all
their
fucking on
their
our
daughter. It
C
can't be
game
their
tonight.
daughter.
Yes.
And I pointed that out to him. One of them said, we're trying to protect our 15-year-old daughter's ears here. And I said, excuse me? She hears worse than that at the freaking high school she goes to.
So he was talking like he was talking like, you know, like some shit. And the lesbians, I guess, had a teenage daughter there with them. I can just imagine this like white trash freak show going on at some bar in South Texas. But they were like, hey, we got a kid here. Don't talk like that. And he's like, they hear worse than that in high school. And they're... So this is...
I haven't said anything sexual. I'm just talking in general about a freaking disease. Now diseases are transferred. And you got to ask a waiter to ask me to be quiet. How about fuck you, you fucking lesbian trash?
God damn.
And she said, oh.
All right.
What? And one of them was acting like she's going to hit me or something.
Promiscuity with
Like
high standards is cleaner than low standard people who barely ever have sex because they can't get it, so they settle for people who also have low standards and have too much low standards. It's a class thing. He's a fucking asshole for suggesting that clean people can have full sex lives. Like having more partners does not make it worse if you're in the top of the fucking partner pool. I'm
She
very
kind of
mad.
approached me like she wanted to hit me, and I just said, "Pull it."
I mean, I'm pretty sure Amanda Nunes, at the UFC, what is she? The featherweight and bantamweight champion.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure she would fuck him up on sight. Like, there's some lesbians out here that could be like. He made it seem like, oh, like she was acting like she was gonna punch me, like a lesbian's gonna punch me. Like, what's like? Why would you do that? Like, why would you do it to yourself? It's like, hey, man, like there's some lesbians out here that'll fuck you up on sight. Yeah.
Please.
I'll beat up every woman ever born. There's not one woman who could beat me up.
Yeah.
First of all, I'll body slam your ass and hold you. I said, second
I'll
of
body
all,
slam your ass. I'll give you a rock bottom.
you're gonna get charges
Put you in the
pressed on you for
goddamn camel
assault.
clutch.
I said, just
First of all,
please just hit me and see what happens, you fucking bitch. I wasn't talking shit.
So Trumpster Bob gets drunk at bars and tries to fight women.
He's like,
apparently.
hit me, I'll call the cops.
Wow.
Shit against you.
He's like, I don't have to beat you up. They'll kneel on your neck, bitch.
Thing kids could not hear. I didn't say a damn thing about, oh, look, there's a couple of lesbians over there. They're probably looking twat with 20 other females. Probably going to rape this 15-year-old girl right here at some point in time. And I looked at the little girl.
He just went like as far as you can go.
I looked at the little 16-year-old girl who's drinking in the bar, the lesbian bar that I go to.
Yeah.
Is that a thing that lesbians do? Do just 20 lesbians get together and all just go down on each other? Is that a thing that happens?
I don't think it's how it's worked. I'm not one, so I can't speak on it.
I don't think Trumpster Bob goes to a lesbian bar that allows 16-year-old girls into it for any other reason that he wants to get to the 16-year-old girl first. Like, what's he doing in a lesbian bar? What's a 16-year-old girl doing in a bar? She's there either for Trumpster Bob or the lesbians. I'm siding with the lesbians.
And I said, if
he might have been in like a TGI Fridays or like a Rudy Tuesdays. Those are basically bars that serve food.
And this is the
Dollarita night.
And this is like the kid of the lesbian couple.
These two sluts ever have sex with you, call the police and tell them.
What?
Tell them what?
Because the only thing these two can teach you is fucking hate. They cannot teach you anything good. Man, they got mad as fuck. And I said, fuck you, you little trippy ass slut.
shit.
Okay. The pieces are starting to fall together. It was Dollarita night at the Applebee's. He walked up to the lesbian couple with their 16-year-old daughter and told the daughter, don't let these two sluts rape you. There ain't nothing they can teach you, but hey, I can teach you how to love because I'm a real man. That's literally what he just said. What the fuck?
All right, I'm tired of Trumpster Bob. If he calls, we'll answer.
We've seen Trumpster Bob talk to younger-looking girls at the gas station.
Yeah,
We know the type of man he is. He wears that 9-foot beard to cover the fact that his sex offender profile is beardless. My guy's got the human camouflage. He's an anti-masker that literally wears a mask to cover the fact that he's registered.
And he already kind of looks like Santa Claus, so I can see him doing the, hey, baby, you want to sit on my lap?
Oh, my God. Okay, we're moving on. Dude, Nick Fuentes dumped Catboy.
Oh, dude, everybody. Okay. People have been getting banned for like streaming with Catboy and Baked Alaska on live streams. Live streams have been getting shut down left and right. Catboy, Cammy, is the Catboy that went on a date with Nick Fuentes, and Nick Fuentes also went on a date with Baked Alaska.
But then Catboy went on, what was that? What was that?
Omegle. And did terribly racist things.
Yeah.
Catboy Cammy is down in, I believe he was in Arizona during the election, and he was just being straight up, outwardly, without any sort of care, racist. And he's been getting people around him just shut down left and right. Their channels being shut down because he'll just say the most racist, offensive stuff without hesitation.
There's so many
Big
layers
Rams
to these
says this
internet
Cammy
people.
guy's a fucking loon. I don't know what he was thinking coming out to these protests. That stunt he pulled this weekend was horrible optics. I agree. It's it's so funny. He was bad optics in the beginning of the year because he was dressing up in an anime costume, and now he's bad optics because he's giving Hitler.
He was also sucking on cat or like horse dildos too. So
speeches. So
where's that get fun?
He really is the gift as far as me goes, as far as my image goes, and also ostensibly.
We got blocked. The DP Twitter got blocked by Nick Fuentes because we tweeted about Catboy. Because there was the video of them. They like went like shopping together and all this stuff that made it seem like they were on a date. It just really looked like, I mean, even if that wasn't the case, it really, really looked like it. They were smiling at each other. It just looked like two people that had a crush on each other on a date. And Catboy...
I would very much... I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, and I was just going to say, Catboy Cammy is like, he's kind of crossing the line. Like, it's kind of, I don't know. He seems like he's bisexual at least. And I don't know. He does things, that would lead me to believe it. And but which is weird because Nick Fuentes says all that shit's degenerate, so it was weird that he was hanging out with something he deemed so degenerate.
Most closet-cased homosexuals are very outwardly down on homosexual behavior, and they call it degenerate because they're trying to hide the fact that they have proclivities themselves.
If he's going
it's a
into
common
these
condition.
protests for everybody else, he is the gift that keeps on giving. So, yeah, and I would encourage him to not go to these things because he's
the gift that keeps on giving.
Doesn't
that
know what's
loop.
at stake. That is the absolute last thing we need is self-serving buffoonishness, really, that is going to sabotage us.
The last thing we need is
I've tried to
self-serving
explain this to him
buffonishness.
before.
We need this collective buffonishness. We need to come together as idiots and truth deniers and hate propagators. We cannot do this on our own, guys. We need the numbers because our idiocy will be questioned and stomped out if we are idiots on our own. But as a whole, we have huge power.
Yeah. As the great philosopher and poet Captain Planet said, by our powers combined.
Not only did I try to convert him to Christianity and to get him to stop being a gross degenerate, but I also tried to tell him to stop being a wignat because I said, look, what you're doing is going nowhere fast.
Being a what?
And actually, you're sabotaging what is
I don't know what that word was.
Tangible
I don't even know
effect.
what that is. That's a whole noose of wignap. Let me Google
It's
this
a wignat. It's within the parlance of the alt-right movement. Wignat is short for Whigger nationalist and refers to a person who takes unironic, I have to open up the whole thing, unironic neo-Nazism over the edge into
Can
absurdism
Monty
and
tell
lunacy.
Dusty the cockatiel that he's a beautiful bird?
It's always me. It's always me. Dusty, you are a beautiful fucking bird.
That's because you a superstar, man. That's why. Join the entourage, right? Isn't that what you always saying, Monty?
Yeah, join the entourage. Join the entourage. Billy's part of the entourage.
Yes.
Is he?
Maybe. I don't know. I might have made that up. I don't know.
Of the country, what tangibly will deliver victories for us. He will not listen. You know, he doesn't get it. So it's just not the time or the place. You want to go and do that after inauguration? Hey, knock yourself out. Now is really not the time. So I did see that. And
now is really not the time.
The good thing is he does not identify with America
Buzz.
first. I don't think he even agrees with us on most things.
In
he
2 months, you can go back to sucking dildos. Right now,
the media will not
tighten
make a
your butt
distinction,
cheeks.
but hopefully other people will. Anyway, so you really can't win with this guy.
He's heartbroken.
Wow.
You really can't win with this guy. On one hand, you're like, yes, I love his racism, but on the other hand, you're like, no, I hate his homosexualness.
So I guess there's a bunch of clips from Dave Rubin that there's election night where he thinks Trump is winning, which it did look like Trump was winning. And then,
yeah, for sure.
And then it slowly changes, his mood changes.
I saw one similar of Tim Pool, who was like, it's going to be a red wave. We're talking 49 states, possibly 50, all red. And then at the end is complete flip the day after the election.
Yep.
Wow.
But this Trump win, it's a pushback on big tech. It's a pushback on mainstream media. All of you people who
they love to use these they love to use these buzzwords like big tech, mainstream media.
Yeah.
I mean,
you mean the ones that are stealing the election for Biden?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. These boogeymen that
this pushback.
Yeah.
My favorite commentary on it was Stephen Colbert. He was like, oh, so you're telling me that Biden has orchestrated both a media coup, online social media and mass media to television, as well as syndicates using the Republican Party within his own across the United States to rig voter fraud in multiple states for himself, while leaving just enough leeway to make it look like you have legitimate elections going on in Trump's name at the same time where he wins. You telling me that Biden's capable of doing all this? Sounds like the man we need to run this country.
Consistently gotten everything wrong. You did it again. You got it wrong again. And you losers. And now I'm going to do this will be a little bit of a patting myself on my own back. You losers at the Lincoln Project. You people,
those were the Republicans that made a lot of the anti-Trump ads.
People who clearly can't maintain an erection, so that you then decide that you have to spend your life just being against one thing, this orange man. It's like, you guys got to go away now. But the thing is, we're not going to put you on lists. I did a couple of videos in the last 2 weeks about lefties, well-known lefties like Robert Reich.
I saw someone in the chat just say that they rescinded Biden's win in Pennsylvania. Dude, get help. You are not living in reality. Go talk to somebody.
Ben, go to realclearpolitics.com. They announced it for Trump. Pennsylvania for Trump on realclearpolitics.com, Ben.
Yeah. Get help.
Lamestream media won't tell you what realclearpolitics.com will.
In the Obama
Fox News has fallen to the deep state.
Talking about how we're going to have truth and reconciliation commissions, and Chris Hayes, that little dork on MSNBC, he was saying the same thing. We have to have these commissions, and we have to find out what happened and name names and get lists of people. Guess what? Trump and the right, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. But that doesn't mean
I'm a classic liberal. But Trump and the right, we're not going to do that.
At least
I'm a
ignore
classic
you guys.
liberal.
All of you people who've gotten everything wrong. Bill Kristol, you've gotten everything wrong. David Frum, you've gotten everything wrong. You guys got to go away now. We're not going to come and get you. We're not going to try to destroy you. We're not going to show up at your house or arrest you or send you to the gulag. A lot of the stuff that the lefties would love to do with all of us. But all of these people who just got everything wrong.
You know what? I saw Biden's acceptance speech. You know what the lefties want to do with you, according to Joe Biden, the piece of shit that just got elected because of lamestream media? He says what he wants to do with you is bring you together with the nation and be one president for all. What a sick fuck. What a sick son of a bitch. I heard he fucks his daughter.
Who have refused to see the world as it is, and
I've said on record that I would date my daughter if she wasn't my daughter. I heard Biden fucks his daughter. Trump said
There
he
you go.
would.
There you go.
But
it's funny that he's saying, "Oh, you're living in a fantasy world where, like, that's literally where they are now." There's so much projection.
No, Ben, Trump derangement system is a real thing.
It is a real thing.
Did you
It's
not
on
see
the
that
other
guy?
side.
Did you not see that guy behind the news anchor saying, Biden fucks his daughter, Biden fucks his daughter, Biden fucks his daughter?
It's like, no, and the
but I
polls-
did see that guy with the Biden crime family is stealing this election.
Yeah.
If anybody can get me a link to where I can buy that shirt, I want it.
What did it say, beer porn and homophobia?
It said, I don't remember what it said, but I want that shirt. I need the
pollsters,
link.
you
Please,
guys got
somebody help me
everything wrong.
find that
How
shit.
is it? I am one guy. I sit here. My producer, Michael, is in the room. It's a small room. It's about, I don't know, 12 feet by 12 feet. I got my dog at my feet. I got Michael here. And we write out a couple things, and then I do this show. And for some reason, what I've been able to do makes a lot more sense to a lot more people than the nonsense that's coming out
Dave
of
Rubin?
I mean, he's on Blaze, so it's coming from Glenn Beck.
Yeah, we know. It's just a small little 12 by 12 room with Michael and the dog at my feet and a Glenn Beck funded money to create misinformation.
And before that, it was Larry King. He was getting money from Larry King for a while there, too.
You're part of the misinformation machine, my dude. Good job.
Yeah. He got a lot of money from the right after he left the Young Turks. Definitely. He slowly went from, like...
I'm a classic liberal.
Yeah. He went from Young Turks style liberal to classical liberal to full-on right-wing.
Trump and we here with Trump and the right. Yeah, I'm glad
All
you
right.
finally moved over. Here's slow transition.
Here's the next one.
It's all happening. It's all happening. I could probably end the live stream right there because it's all happening. It's looking good. It ain't over yet. But yes, there are a lot of people in full meltdown mode on
I
the
want
left.
to see if he deleted this tweet before
A
you
lot
go to
of
the
people
next one.
rejoicing
I'm
on the
so
right,
curious.
but I think everybody watching this at least can take a deep breath. The American experiment is going to continue. Tonight is an absolute pushback on the BS of the mainstream media. So this is all looking.
I mean, I would say, I mean, the Blaze is on cable TV in some markets. I would say it might not be at the top of the mainstream, but I would say it's mainstream. A lot of this shit.
If you have the very popular streaming service Vudu, you can watch the Blaze TV.
Yeah.
Yes.
Looking very good for Donald Trump.
And Glenn Beck is one of the most syndicated radio talk show hosts around the country. So he
That's
gets
for sure.
that advertisement, too, to his network.
Got some fancy tequila here and a nice big Death Star ice cube. And I hope you guys are drinking something or eating something good. And there is goodness here, guys. And
There's
my
goodness,
liberal
guys.
friends who will still talk
Goodness
to me,
gracious.
if you still consider yourself an old school liberal, it is now your job.
The only Dave Rubin show I watched from beginning to end was Blair White versus Candace Owens because they were just like, he just sat there and they just like went at each other.
Can I just point out how great it is to have a gay man, a trans woman, and a black woman together on a? They say we're not
He's
diverse.
playing identity
they
politics.
say we don't play identity politics.
To say, wow, you radical nutbag lefties, you see what you left us with? You left us not with one term of Donald Trump, but 2 terms of Donald Trump, okay? But all right, enough talking about the losers. Let's talk about the winners here.
All right, so there's that. Here's the next one.
The guy you're listening to right there is Dave Rubin, election prediction expert extraordinaire. Yeah, I don't have the fancy.
Oh, now he's making excuses.
You know why?
and a
Because
team
Dave
of
Rubin
data.
is a sub even to himself. He just got fucking down by his own words. He's got to sit back and take it in his own mouth.
Scientists
Sick fuck.
and all of that stuff that Nate Silver over at 538 has. Did you see that guy on ABC last night? My God, he looked like he got hit by a truck. As of right now, Trump is up by about 500,000 in Pennsylvania. So that looks pretty solid. Apparently they have to vote. They have to do some counting in the Philadelphia area. That could go more blue. You know, big cities
They
tend
have
to
to
go
do
more
some
blue.
counting in Philadelphia. They have to
counting.
count Philadelphia. That's what you
Stop the count.
They got to count on that fucking pederast perennial politician to stand next to Giuliani outside of a dildo store and give a press release. And we're gonna go to the court. We're gonna
but the chances
sue.
that they make up 500 probably not great. That's with 66% in. In Michigan, Biden is up 50,
From
which is pretty
flying
negligible
in
at
Air
96%.
Force One to chasing ambulances, the Donald Trump story.
In, so that clearly could go either way, but Biden technically is in the lead. Biden's up 20,000 in Wisconsin, which is absolutely nothing, and I'm pretty sure that.
And by the way, I was just thinking, I don't know how this just reminded me of this, but I got to get down to Sean Kemp cannabis.
The lines are long.
Yeah, dude.
What? You gonna get you some of the Rain Man's?
He just
Rain
opened.
Man's, what's it called? Is it rain related?
It's
just called
Rain
Sean
adjacent?
I think it's Kemp 420 or something. Kemp Hemp. Kemp Hemp.
Okay.
It's got some fucking name, but it's the first black-owned weed store in Seattle.
Okay.
Washington State.
He was the first person to almost win the dunk contest in the NBA and also simultaneously was on crack.
Sean Kemp's cannabis.
Yeah. He got caught smoking crack just up the road from my house at Brown Bear Car Wash.
All right.
Just up by my house.
Administration
And,
has already
and
said-
notoriously, it was not too far away from where the prostitutes were.
I'd like to check out the Sean Kemp cannabis though. It looks pretty awesome.
They're going to
that
demand a
dude used to smoke crack, so I know his weed got to be pretty strong.
Pretty strong.
count there. That's with
and
95.
Oregon's opening up Clyde Drexler's crack house.
No.
percent in. And then the other two big ones at the moment. Trump.
All right, so here's the next day.
A lot of papers here. Papers. If you have a lot of papers, that means you know what you're doing. So you can see I have a lot of papers
I got
here.
a lot of papers,
and then
guys.
you have,
I'm doing
whatever
crayons.
happens, the reality of what happens, whether it's true or not in terms of the numbers.
Is he
so
like?
you have that.
Yeah, he's
then above
showing
that,
you
have
how
the
he
mainstream media is going to report
handles
on it
the
in
ball
a certain way. And then
backward
above
while
that, you have
jerking his
big tech,
boyfriend's tiny
which
pee-pee.
allows us to see what mainstream is talking about or what the online people are talking about, and then they censor stuff or don't censor stuff and the rest of it. We have almost nobody in charge. I was thinking about this. Who do you trust right now? Like, I'm going to guess if some of you trust me, and that's great, and I promise you that I'm doing the best I can.
I promise.
I really, really am. Turns out that it's all legit and Biden wins, then so be it, and I'll move underground. That's okay.
What?
Do
it.
And yes, this guy voted. His application was received on September 11th, 2020, and the ballot was sent on.
All right, here's the next day.
The reason that I'm feeling pretty good about things is that no matter what happens right now, I know that I did what I thought was right. Like, I
Lord
really
of the
did.
Rings is gonna flag the fuck out of his video
I don't want to do that.
Now, I know a ton of people here in Los Angeles that secretly voted for Trump. And as I've been saying for weeks, I didn't know anyone that was a Trump person last time that voted for Biden this time. And I hear so many versions of that story from you.
You've gotten further and further
in the
away
bubble.
from regular people. You're in the bucket bubble.
Yeah, you work for the Blaze. Most of the people you're going to talk to hold those views.
I don't know a lot of people who don't use the hard Iggy in private.
The hard Iggy came back. I love it.
Okay.
He wants to move underground.
You guys literally across the country. And yet here we are in these numbers that we're supposed to believe. But okay, that's just fine. There's a feeling in the mainstream media and from the Twitterati that it's like
he
it could happen
loves
at
to
any
use
moment.
that.
They're just going to announce Biden, and I wouldn't put it past these people to just announce Biden and then have to go from there. And the Biden campaign released a statement today saying something like, if Trump doesn't leave the White House in 70 days, the law enforcement will escort him out or something. So that type of tweet's allowed on there, but not the other tweets. Okay.
Law
fine.
enforcement escorting somebody off of America's property?
Yes.
Or is this the first time Dave Rubin's not pro law enforcement?
I don't know. Can the Republicans actually stand up to anything without Trump, or are they just like a bunch of impotent losers? I don't know. And again, this is why I've never considered myself a Republican in all of this, right? Like, I absolutely supported.
He earlier in this video, he referred to himself for one of the first times as Trump and us Republicans because he's been a classic liberal ever since he started taking that Glenn Beck paycheck.
Even before,
yeah.
Yeah.
We know where the money was coming from.
I think it might have been coming from the Cokes or something like that.
Whoever's the other side's George Soros.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Both sides have their rich people pulling the strings.
Trump, especially in the last couple of weeks, because I thought he was the best vehicle to just keep breaking this thing so we could try to rebuild something good. But I never have once said that I'm a Republican, because these guys are pretty unimpressive.
You literally said
as a
Republicans
people.
earlier tonight in our video series. We just
He's like,
watched
just because I believe and support all of their policies does not mean that. Look, just because I think God exists and Jesus Christ is his son and lived it on earth and I've accepted his son into my heart, it does not make me a Christian.
Look, guys, I
That's what Brett
trusted
Keane
Trump.
used to say.
I trusted Trump to break the machine. I thought Joe Biden was capable of running a crazy conspiracy with mainstream media against multiple states and a voting fraud. He was capable of that, but he was also very sleepy and couldn't be president. But also we trusted Trump to break the machine. But also I wouldn't trust Trump with a fart.
And then here's the last Ruben video. All right, people. I think he might be out having drinks at this point.
All right, people. I had to go to the gay bar.
Dude, there's a hilarious Dave Rubin video with Jeff Holiday. Did you remember that?
Yeah.
It's so funny.
I ran out of Death Star ice cubes. Had to go to the gay bar to get a new tequila. As you can see, the blue wave has taken over. I'm full on liberal again. I'm sorry for what I did. Soros sent me a paycheck. I'm sucking the fucking dole banana, the government dole.
I'm live at the Daily Wire backstage party, and I just want to say,
Manatee.
It's looking good. It's looking real good.
If you had a small penis and had to go away for a few months, whose hands would...
Oh, damn. I'm posting some stuff really quick here.
Yeah.
Can someone explain this to me? New York Times, Needle, Florida, blah, blah, blah. I didn't bring my abacus.
It's happening, folks.
It's happening, folks. This is all Dave Rubin's tweets predicting the election, and that as it slowly descends. There was one where he was going in, and he was talking about it not being a legit election, and somebody who was on his show before called him out for it. And he's like, if you really cared, you could have came at me in my DMs. And then they went to the DMs, and Dave Rubin was like, see, you didn't care about anything because you put that out in the public. You should have just came into the DMs. And he was like, oh, go into the DMs for you to tell me what you told me in public. And then he released the DMs publicly. And he just fucking tore into Dave Rubin. He was like, yeah, it was great. It was good times.
Nice.
Live with Glenn
I
Beck.
did not know that Dave Rubin used to be on TYT. This is like, it's blowing my mind right now.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that. I just fucking, no, not at all. This shit is wild to me. I'm trying, because the only Dave Rubin episode I've watched from beginning to end was, what was it on? It was him explaining why systemic racism didn't really exist. And I sat up and I watched the whole thing for like 45 minutes, and I was just like, all right, I wanted to hear his argument. You know, it was terrible, but I listened to it. It was like, yeah, man, it was just, well, the whole argument only works if he's allowed to repurpose what systemic means and what racism means.
Yeah.
Well, if it is systemic racism, then aren't the racists within the system also victims to the broken system?
Yeah, I mean, if you really think about it, they're more the victims than the other people. So I sat down and I watched that's the only time I've watched any Dave Rubin anything from beginning to end. And he was talking about systemic racism. He's like, yeah, it doesn't technically exist. And if you don't believe me, I got this black guy who's gonna say it too. And that's what it was.
Y'all.
There's a video clip. I can't find it right now, but there's a clip where Tommy Sotomayor finds out that Dave Rubin is gay. Apparently he didn't know, and he had been on his show
He's
before.
like, oh, I shake that guy's hand.
Oh, no!
He's like, I shaked his hand. Oh.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you can't shake hands with a gay guy? Unless his dick was in his hand at the time, you shouldn't fucking worry about it. And even if it is in his hand at the time, the only thing you should worry about is whether it should stay in his hand or go in your mouth. Pussy!
He was like, I shook his hand, and he had his dick in his hand. You know, it's like, it's only cool if it's two hetero guys.
Yeah.
If you're gay, it has a whole different context. No, it's got the same. It's got the same context.
Is gay.
I thought Ben had the video ready.
Look, if he doesn't. If you're not gay, you can't jerk a guy off. It's physically impossible. So don't worry about it. If his dick is in his hand while his hand is in your hand, and you're not gay, you're immune.
So I guess Kenneth Copeland, the televangelist, there's a video of him reacting to the announcement that Trump had lost.
Okay.
Said what? The media said
This one.
Joe Biden's president.
I see he's working on his type 5 for the comedy Standing old. Look at him. Damn. This nigga didn't even blink.
Okay, that was.
Oh, was that it?
Something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's his response.
That's a coping mechanism. It's called hysterical laughter. You go into a fit of hysteria when you're trying to cope with reality. I feel very sorry for that ventriloquist puppet of a man.
Yeah.
Yeah. That shit was like the beginning of fucking Midsummer 2 or something. Hereditary. Which I just found out was directed by the same guy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that both of those movies by the same guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was excited for Midsommar just because of Hereditary.
They need to check his fucking fridge or his basement or something.
I mean, he's too busy making dope ass movies to have bodies in his fridge or basement, right?
Yeah, maybe that's how he deals with
Ben and I, we do Drunken Peasants 3-4 times a week. We have enough free time. We could have bodies in our basement if we wanted to. But you can't. We're not making movies like Hereditary though. There's no free time. Did you see all the work that went into those tiny houses for that movie? Just the tiny little sets. Yes. Oh my gosh! There's no free time to kill or murder people.
Did we get any new Streamlabs?
Probably.
All right. We'll do those, and then we got one more short segment before we do the post show, which tonight will be available for all patrons. Patrons $10 or above with your pledge, you can get the post show, or you can use Subscribestar if you don't prefer Patreon. And if you would like to only get the post shows, then you can sign up by clicking the join link below, and that gets you just the post shows for a cheaper price. But the $10 thing gets you all sorts of extra content. So we recommend that.
There you go.
Dusty's owner gave us that big love. Slamia said Trumpster Bob is just jealous. He has to give men crack to get his dick sucked, while the lesbians don't need to do that once.
Because they don't even got dicks. So there you go. That's
the lesbians can keep their crack. They're never going to get their dick sucked ever, no matter how much crack they have. And that's why we're not equal in this world. Eric says, hail sweet boys, join the Montourage.
Thank you, whoever that was. Yes.
Who said that?
Eric Trump.
Eric Trump. I mean, we'll work on Eric Trump. Right?
Unknown one.
You can join the Montourage.
Gave us that big love. Hypothesis says, speaking of Chris Chan, when do you plan on reading those Sonic comics, Monty?
Is it Sonichu?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I have them, and I should have actually sent one home with Hannibal when he was here. They were sitting right behind him, and he didn't even know. We have them. We have January, happening January. There you go.
Cole James gave us those big loves talking about the new Jack Swang.
Someone made it into like a Hey Billy.
Hi, Billy.
Dave Rubin is gay? No! He got a husband? I did not know. I was in his presence. I didn't know. I shook his hand.
Tommy Sotomayor, you piece of shit.
More afraid of gay than coronavirus.
True. You know, I gotta imagine if Captain America came back in 2020, he would definitely be a little homophobic.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah.
Yeah, like Captain America would be like Chief Justice.
He'd probably still be a little racist too.
Yeah, for sure.
The Cinephiliac said thanks to Monty for the epic reading of the live episode season Monty Erotica The Shoot. I will tweet Hannibal an edit of the full story in one. Stay tuned to the shit show for the follow-up season to the shoot title undetermined.
Stop.
Yes, thank you, Cinephiliac. Thank you. First, the Cinephiliac wrote a whole series of Monty Erotica. That sounds great. And just for just look, we should do it on Drunken Peasants. Somebody sends $5 donation.
Billy, don't you have another super chat?
Brass Trash Podcast said still laughing at Billy Mencia. LOL. Good to see Hannibal and Monty on. Much love, boys.
Thank you.
And that's all. So you can continue now, Hannibal.
No, you can't continue. Ben, isn't there more show we have to do?
Yeah, right here.
Individual situation. Check out that beautiful asshole.
The individual Brett Keane segment situation.
So before the election, Brett Keane made a video saying he would leave all social media if Trump lost. And then when we last checked in with him, he said that he isn't going to honor that because the election was rigged. So here he is. Let's hear what he has to say.
All right. Let's see.
I can't believe people actually bought the idea that mail-in ballots were just about protecting.
That's funny, Lauren. We've had Lauren on the show before. She used to be called the roaming millennial back in the day. All right, so he's the boogie 2988 man of the internet. He spells it like that.
Wow. The boogeyman of the internet. Before we get into all this, I want to let you all know that I am prepared to start getting on camera again where you guys can see me.
Let's check it out. Let's see what it's like. Let's see. Let's put it on display.
It's just him, dick out, jerking it into the fucking Omegle. You're like, oh no! Go off camera, no!
Moving around, making videos. Unfortunately, due to all my bills and all the shit I got to take care of.
Make a video doing 10 uninterrupted push-ups, Brett. 10 unedited, uninterrupted push-ups.
Ooh, yeah.
It's gonna be
listen. I'm for that.
Yes.
Before I'm able to get a webcam, the old webcam is not functioning well. I tried. I did put 2 webcams on Amazon if anyone is interested in.
Oh, you mean Wait. What he means? It almost sounds like he put them up for sale, but what he means is he was like, buy me these 2 webcams.
For me.
Gotcha.
I have the link in the description under.
Yeah, I have to interpret him sometimes. Unfortunately, I've listened to him for going on 7 years now. So I've learned to be a translator for Brett Keane.
Have some gifts if you want. If anyone wants to get me a webcam, you will be responsible for the return of Brett Keane.
No one, who in their right mind wants to be responsible for his face coming back?
No.
Not exactly sure what I'm going to do about this whole boogeyman persona, though.
Oh yeah, because we've shown everyone how dumb it is, so now you're probably going to move away from it.
Obviously, people have been saying, hey, we want to see you back on camera. We want to see your face. We want to see who's doing all this talking.
What? They know who it is.
I got new costumes. I'm now the village people of the internet. Young man.
I'm a construction worker today.
And
yesterday I was an Indian.
Fair enough. But I need the fucking camera in order to be able to do that. So if people want it.
I don't believe for a second he doesn't still have a webcam.
I don't have a website.
No fucking way.
It was an Amazon link, right? So he's actually getting the Amazon
Yeah,
webcam.
yeah,
So
how's he
someone's
going to
wish listing
Amazon?
for him.
Yeah, it's a wish list.
So at least we know the money's not going to crack or chicken tendies.
Yeah,
he's allergic to chicken.
Then you got it.
He's allergic to chicken.
He's a liar. He's lied about being allergic to chicken when he's not. Like we've seen him eat chicken. He's not allergic to
I'd be
it.
like, man, look, that's a terrible life to live.
It's
right
just like
there.
how he has agoraphobia, but there's videos of him walking around outside.
I'm building up herd immunity in this bucket of KFC.
The description.
It's shit that he doesn't like. He could come up with better lies than this. These lies that are, I mean, I don't know. Like, why lie about being allergic to chicken? I don't understand. That's such a dumb thing to lie about.
I just figured as much as everybody hated me, they'd start sending buckets of chickens to the house if I told them I was allergic to try and torture me, and then I'd have free chicken to eat.
As well as. Not
As well as.
expensive webcams either. Yes. All right. So let's talk.
If they're not expensive, then buy them.
Talk about it. Apparently, routers or routers, whatever the hell it's called, and a lot of news websites out there and mainstream media ran by liberals.
See, he's doing it. He's doing the mainstream media.
Run by liberals.
Have pointed out that they now have the cure for COVID. Just shortly after
No, they
the
don't.
election.
No, they
Wow,
don't.
What a coincidence.
No.
Yeah.
They have Pfizer, who, which isn't. I mean, Trump was touting Pfizer months ago.
Yeah.
And they said they have a vaccine that seems to be 90% effective.
Pfizer, biotech, they donate to me and Hillary. They donate to Biden, too. They donate all around. We love them. We all love them equally. Our pharmaceutical companies.
A vaccine is not a cure.
We don't have a favorite pharmaceutical company. They're not going to give you the cure. There's no money in cures. They're going to give you treatments. Pfizer's got a wonderful treatment. Wonderful, just beautiful treatment.
And it's funded by the government, so they're going to make a lot of fucking money selling you the cure to a...
It's not a cure. And it's free. See, dude, you do not pay attention at all. They literally said it's going to be free.
He just went to Reuters and read the headline and was just like, oh, this is a mainstream liberal media site. I disagree. Like 90% of the time, Reuters is reporting on like world news.
They
like,
already
it's
said...
not...
Yeah. No. It's the liberal media. It's the liberal media. But no, they've literally said it's going to be free. And the high risk people are going to get it first. Cancer patients, people with low immunity, all that shit, old people, and then everyone else is going to get it. Whatever.
Virus that was released by Chinese from a lab, which there's plenty of videos.
There's no evidence of that, but even if that's true, it came here. And once it's here, it's our responsibility to deal with it. We can't. Whataboutism isn't going to fix it, right? It's not gonna. It doesn't matter who started it.
You started it.
Yeah, that's such a childish argument.
You started it, China. China bit me. China. Daddy, China bit my finger.
Some footage out there that YouTube hasn't managed to completely delete or remove, showing whistleblowers proving that actually came out.
It's irrelevant.
A lot of people are asking me, they say, Brett,
come on.
Are you giving up on Donald Trump? Well, Donald Trump knew from 2016 that there was
You're such a
election
bandwagon
issues, that there was
motherfucker.
James Woods has an
and him and
IQ
the
of 190,
Republicans,
by the way. He is the smartest idiot in the world.
I mean, intelligence and wisdom, just like in Dungeons and Dragons, are two very different
Everybody
things.
touts that James Woods has a high IQ. I don't
So
know if he's
maybe-
in Mensa or not. It's one of those stupid bullshit quiz things. He wears it like a badge.
IQ
and
measures
he's so
intelligence, but not wisdom. You know what I mean? Like, how wise you are doesn't necessarily mean you're intelligent and vice versa, you know? It's so like he's he has knowledge, but the application or like common sense may not be common for
Yeah,
him.
you won the pissing contest, but the contest was to see who could fill your mouth up first.
Now, who's got a higher IQ, him or Dolph Lundgren, though?
I think James Woods reportedly does, but Dolph Lundgren's supposed to have a high IQ too.
And Dolph
John
Lundgren's
Cena.
a Chad, you know, like
John Cena's got a high IQ.
fuck John Cena.
I'm
He's
just saying he's
trash.
got a high IQ. He's got a high IQ and a wonderful emotional quotient as well. John Cena.
He has a high
cares.
emotional IQ.
Yes, he's very.
You know what?
he's very
Actually,
passionate
Zach
and
Knight was
caring.
trying to get my my emotional IQ the last time, and he said that mine is so high that it was like breaking their instruments over there.
Interesting.
Yeah, him
Oh,
and Gail
shit.
both tried to measure my I was in a DM conversation with Gail and Zach Knight.
This is something Ben would brag about live on the show. Oh my god.
Hey.
Wow. Wow.
I got nothing.
I wouldn't say I'm really bragging about it as much as that it's pretty interesting to talk about.
Look, I am a skeptical person on all levels, but when Gail and Zach Knight tell me I have a very high emotional quotient, who am I to argue?
Yeah. I mean, what can I do?
There you
You
go.
know, their
There you go.
totally real alien technology must be right.
Yeah.
Someone
I didn't,
said I'm
I
a,
didn't even.
I see someone in the chat, they called me an INTJ. I'm pretty sure I'm an E, not an I. Pretty sure. I don't know.
I'm terrible with that stuff.
You think?
So
Yeah.
You're thinking it's Myers-Briggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, the INTJ stands for idiot needing toe jam.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Ah,
you got me.
gotcha.
That's right. Fuck. I thought it was a different one.
Yeah, no, it's
I'm mistaken. All right. Anyway, back to this idiot.
Usual didn't do a fucking thing to resolve the problem. They had 4 or 5 years to be able to solve that issue. And I know a lot of you out there, you're all pumped and you're thinking, okay, so he's proven that the computers are glitched. He's proven that ballots have been burned.
Ballots?
Ballots.
He said
That's a new
ballots.
one. That's a new one.
can't
He
even-
always says a word wrong in every fucking video.
I
At
love
least
that
once.
it's ballots.
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 Yeah.
What?
Like usual, didn't do a fucking thing to resolve the problem. They had 4 or 5 years to be able to solve that issue. And I know a lot of you out there, you're all pumped and you're thinking, okay, so he's proven that the computers are glitched. He's
What
proven
computers?
that ballots have been burned. Hell, I myself even posted videos showing
Burned?
postal workers burning ballots as well as trying
Ballots?
to take them
Did he-
to Canada.
Ballettes now.
Ballettes?
Yeah, now they're out here. Postal workers have burnt the beignets. I'm over here eating charcoal donuts. It ain't right.
It hurts.
They burn all the beignets.
What a fucking idiot.
When I go to vote and fill out my boxes, come on.
He wants his
Fuck.
box filled in, all right.
This is ballet fraud.
I posted over 100 different instances of fraud.
No, you didn't.
Facebook has made sure they've removed everything or closed anything down or proof. So my shit's all on minds.com, which is also in the description. And
He
none
said
of
his
you
shit is
will
all
be
on
able to,
lies.com?
see it
Yeah,
on
lies.
Facebook or Twitter. Twitter has made sure that they have knocked down anything.
I've
having to
obviously
do
been
with-
shadow banned. Only 4 people watch my live streams.
He was banned from Gab, which is where all the like right wing
Wow.
people that get banned from Twitter go.
My takes were too hot for Gab. I had to
Right.
go to Parlor.
Wow.
Not even white nationalists want to be associated with Brett Keane.
I've started uploading directly to GTV out of China.
GTV.
Out of
proving
China.
Donald Trump should have been president, as well as the fact that the COVID was released from the lab. So, I mean, Donald Trump, he said for the past year, he said that there should be a cure before the election even comes. He knew that there was something in the works. And as you can see on the other page, he did retweet He did do what he said was
He's out of breath already.
going to happen.
Yeah.
That's because I
Maybe he's
just
doing
had
those
some
push-ups you
chicken
challenged him
nuggets.
to.
Have an allergic reaction to the 99 bucket chicken nugget I had.
You know, you know the cobra position in yoga. Brett Keane sits up in bed and plays on his computer like that.
like a walrus.
Yes.
Like a manatee.
Wow.
Yeah, like a yes. Oh yes. Like okay.
Chud flaps his manly flippers.
Yeah. Yep.
I believe that the damn cure already existed. I think the reason why it took so long is because the government wanted to make money off of you all. They wanted to give you this idea that you were in serious fucking danger.
Who in the government?
They.
The government.
They,
well, there was a huge transfer of wealth thanks to COVID, so that they can't deny that. There was a lot of money made, and there was just straight up crazy tax breaks given to the ultra rich with the CARES Act had a big tag on it. But we won't talk about that. Well, wait.
You've probably heard my wife's father ended up getting COVID. And this was a man who's got heart failure, organs are falling apart. He is obese. Got a lot of serious fucking problems. His lungs were already devastated before he got COVID. Went into the hospital. The family thought he was going to die because that's the story they tell you whenever you get COVID. Yep, he laid down and they...
it's not a story. They normally prepare you for the worst.
He got 99 problems, but COVID wasn't one.
Did all their work on him. The man is still alive today. The man is walking. He is talking.
Okay.
And apparently COVID didn't even kill the most unhealthy.
You sound really disappointed. I'm just pointing this
Well,
out.
they wanted him to die.
Healthiest person. on the
COVID
planet.
couldn't even kill my fat ass father-in-law. Fucking dumb disease.
fuck
Like,
you,
he sounded-
Father.
But there you go. Many of you know that over 200,000 people are reported to have died from this COVID. Every single one of them people with immune deficiencies or people.
That's not true. It's not true. Not every single one of them. There have been kids that were perfectly healthy that have died from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was perfectly healthy people on both sides, Ben.
I see what you did there. All right, we are about to go do the post show in a few minutes here. What do you guys got going on over on your channel, Hannibal and Monty's shit show?
Thank you for asking, BENPAI.
Sure.
We got Prendar and Lord Jamarcus coming on tomorrow.
No, Monty, you did it all wrong. Hey, first off, I am Hannibal the Beat Animal.
And I'm Monty.
And we are Hannibal and Monty of Hannibal and Monty Shit Show. On tomorrow, we will be joined by Krendar from Krendar's Adventures and Lord Jamarcus, not Lord Magicus. And we will be having a contest to see who has been the funniest white in 2020 on our show. So
there you go. And
the
we
funniest
haven't
white?
had, yeah, we haven't had Ben and Billy on this year at all. We got to fix that shit next year.
yeah, we didn't have you guys on this year, and that's really because of Monty, because he's a hater.
COVID was really bad for Ben and I. We couldn't do any guest appearances this year except for Russia TV, where we sold out to Putin. Oh, sorry.
Hell yeah! Collusion, baby!
So yes, tomorrow at 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, you guys can watch us hang out with Krendar and Lord Jamarcus. On Thursday, Monty and I will be on the Morning Wood podcast with Pimp Monk, Shabisky, and Miss Yan. Thursday afternoon, we'll be on Your Internet Friends podcast with American Nightmare. And on Thursday night, I will be doing the Black Narrative with Chris Black Ice Bell. So that's all. That's what we got going on.
Busy.
Link in the description.
I see Lord Jamarcus in the chat saying, I'm the funniest, obviously. If he's on the show claiming he's the funniest white while being on the show, make sure he at least starts referring to himself as a miracle wimp, and then I will agree with him.
Yes. All right. You heard it here.
And Monty, I have some ideas about that episode that I need to run past you right now. You know, and don't be mad at me, but just listen. That's all I got to say.
Okay.
Thick
He's
Soul,
already
thank you for the
mad. Look
love.
at it. Fuck.
We
Fuck,
are
damn it.
33% of the way into our goal. What a wonderful way to end show numero uno.
That's
Thank
wonderful.
you guys for your continued support. If you are a Discord or a Patreon member of 10 or above, you will be able to watch our after show on the Patreon tonight. Thank you guys again for watching. Thank you, Hannibal and Monty. Love having you guys. I can't wait for you to come back. It's never enough.
Yes, we'll be back soon.
Awesome.
Sorry. Yeah, it's coming soon. Coming soon. Get ready for it.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yes, we can see where this president shit
Check out
ends.
the beautiful asshole.
The individual Brett Keane segment situation.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.